Oh boy, I hope this is a new mommy.
Yeah, it's not. Unwrap it, you little creep. We gotta be at work in an hour.
What is this, Dad? What is this, carpet, Daddy?
Carpet? No. It's Berber. That's an industry term.
Hey, it's like a flying magic carpet here. Look at this, I'm flying around
Yeah,
in Egypt
that's
land.
cute. Don't get too attached there, Aladdin, because it's about to be magic flying dinner.
You can't eat carpet, silly Daddy.
No, of course you can't like that. You gotta boil it till the glue gets soft, you know?
This is insane, you guys.
Yo, this is sexy, man.
Broadcasting live from the internet, it's Tuesday night, and this is the PanelsOnPages.com podcast with your host, Lee Rodriguez.
At the end of the day, babies are terrible people, and I'm not sorry for saying it.
Jason Knize.
Motherfucker, I won best costume!
Jose Guzman.
Yeah, I know nothing about Firestorm except for his hat's always burning.
And Kelly Harris.
Boy, love, it appears we got a penis in the mail.
I glued my fucking eyes shut!
I just want to see all these Yelp reviews of Jose's jizz.
Oh, sorry, I knocked over the salt.
Like you had anything better to do.
What's up, everybody? Today is Tuesday, December 12th, 2017, in the year of our Lord. And this is episode number 404 of the PanelsOnPages.com podcast. I'm your host, the Lord Reverend Lee Rodriguez, and joining me tonight, we've got Mr. Jason Knize. Woo! All right, Jose Guzman.
I limped in, but I'm in.
Kelly Harris.
If you think I'm not gonna club some dogs in a video game because they provide raw, succulent meat, think again.
And what's that smell from the corner? What the fuck's happening over there? What's going on? Is that
The smell?
Is that
me?
Oh goddamn! It's Tito. Tito, fuck.
Right.
All right,
Tito's
sir,
here.
Tito's face, I see you, Tito!
No way. The beginning, the top.
Bring it in.
Leading off.
I gotta get up at like 3 in the morning to go to work. You goddamn really doing
Hey,
it.
man,
Yeah.
fuck y'all. Y'all lucky I'm here.
And I mean, we've got to start things off right away at the top. Most important thing, because I'm in first place.
Oh shit, son.
It's gonna make it even sweeter to take you down, homie.
By a mile in first place.
By a mile in first place.
Yeah.
I wasn't even trying this week.
I used
And
to
I
be in
still
first place.
won.
Your team's
I
strong.
still won.
It's a strong.
I didn't have Gronk. He was sitting out. I had him hit that guy late so he'd sit out this week. I told him, hey, why don't you go rough some boy up so then you can take this next week off. And he said, all right, boss. And he did it.
Okay, boss.
That's exactly what he said to me.
Which one do you want me
I
to
was like,
club today, boss?
I was like, all right, there you go, you simpleton. Run that ball in 2 weeks.
Boss, I want an Easter egg, boss.
Fucking shut up, Gronk. Hit that guy. Hit that guy and take him out.
You got it, boss.
You're a good boy.
So, I'm willing to say that this year's league. Okay, so Lee, just so you know, regular season's over. Next week starts the playoffs.
So that means we're almost. You know what? I gotta say,
It's almost
this
done.
has been the best season of pop fantasy football ever because we barely talked about it.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
like it.
because
Yeah, because you know, as your first place leader, tranquilo about it.
Tito's been working weird hours, and plus this whole season has an asterisk next to it anyhow, so.
Amen to that.
On the
It almost asterisk Jose's ass right out of the playoffs.
There's
I
a part of me
say-
that wants Jose to win, and then he just goes around and is like, no, guys, there's an asterisk on this the whole season. This doesn't really count. None of it counts as he's holding the belt.
So not only did I get screwed in the draft, but I find out that quarterbacks have the least amount of points, and I have the quarterback who threw the most touchdowns this season. And then the moment I bring it up, he gets hurt for the season. Look at that. Illusion.
I have very mixed feelings. Because on the one hand, I hate that my dear good friend Tito is having to work bullshit hours. I don't appreciate that at all. That sucks. On the other hand, been a smooth football season, guys.
Yeah, you've had it pretty easy, Lee. So.
Oh, you're oof. You don't even know.
You've had it
I
so.
see my sweet face on camera as I talk to you about fantasy football. Look at this.
You've had it so easily. I'm gonna play the song again.
All right. So Kelly, by far, the best team in the league with an 11-2 record,
Stomping people.
just taking people out.
Just like 130-point games, like it's
I
nothing.
think he
Yeah.
coughed and scored 20 points.
I mean, it happens. And whoa, Tito, I know. You said 11-2. I can't
12
help
and 2. I'm
but
sorry.
correct 12-2.
My apologies. My apologies.
Thank
Going
you.
into the last week of the regular season, we had 4 teams vying for the last 2 spots. It was myself, Jose.
Who was fucking, I was crushing it. I
You
was
were.
in first place by far. And then just fucking lost 4 games in a row. What the fuck?
Myself, Jose, Vetter, and Matt
Yep, Shark.
Shark. Going
Fucking
into the
took
last-
his ass out.
So there was a possibility that Jose, who was leading our division for pretty much the whole season,
The whole
could have
season.
missed the playoffs.
The whole season, up until like this game, I was in first place
Up until last week.
at the start of this week.
And Jose, like he said in his intro, backdoored his way into the playoffs.
He snuck in like it was a fucking George Lucas panel.
Jose lost and still made it in because he scored more points than the other 2 teams. So that was the tiebreaker on that and got him in. So going into next week, if I pull off my handy dandy schedule over here, we got Kelly, Los Ingobernables, against Jose, Los Tres Savages.
We about to see who's the real first, huh?
Oh.
Huh?
It's clearly me, being on a 7-game win streak to your 4-game losing streak.
How many games you won in the playoffs this season?
0.
Me too. Looks like we're fucking even, homie. Let's do this.
And it's going to be in the other bracket, me against Mel.
Who is in the chat right now?
Hey,
What up, Mel? Who's his team was starting to kill it too.
And Mel asks, "Does Kelly even watch football?"
Fuck no.
no.
Nerd shit.
Kelly said that from the beginning. He never watches a game.
I don't watch a single game. I don't know who any of the people on my team are besides Gronk because his name's ridiculous.
And because he's a big dummy.
He's named
Yeah,
after a
exactly.
Katie Cook. He's named after a Katie Cook book.
Yeah.
So it's going to be fun.
Kelly only knows Gronk from WrestleMania.
You know, yeah.
That's the only thing I know Gronk from.
The guy who helped Mojo. Mojo's friend. And he did it without Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Fuck off, Juan.
not completely without Tom Brady. Tom Brady in spirit, because he did have a guy catching passes from Tom Brady.
True.
So, like by proxy, Tom Brady still helped take him to first place.
Yeah.
So suck on that, Juan. Wouldn't fucking trade me 2 years in a row.
That's right, Juan. Crushed you 141 to 85. Suck on them nuts.
One who sat Tom Brady because of some lie Mahoney made up.
It was the greatest story ever.
Wait, what? What?
You didn't hear the story, Lee?
No, what?
You
Tito.
can take this, Knize.
Yeah.
You can take this. Go ahead.
So the Patriots have a reputation for fudging their injury reports, or always saying that almost all of their players are questionable for that week.
Yeah, if a guy fucking sneezed, injury list, he's gonna quit.
Right.
Okay.
So there was a week where Brady
what is
was
the benefit of that?
Well, it's tactics. It's to keep the other team
On their
game.
toes.
It's game planning.
yeah.
Like, is he really hurt? I don't know.
Right.
So they're not obligated to make sure the guy doesn't play, but it kind of puts a question
but
mark over
they
it.
are obligated to report at the end of each practice day your injury report. So if a guy's hurt, you have to list him as hurt. It doesn't mean he can't play. It just means you have to list him as hurt.
Okay.
So,
Okay. All right.
Like
I'm in.
Tom Brady had knee surgery, so like every game he's listed as injured. But Tom Brady will always play.
Okay. All right. I'm with you.
He had knee surgery, so he's injured. At any moment, he could get hurt. I don't know if he could play. He could tweak it, taking his shit. Belichick does it as more of like a fuck you to all the coaches.
Right.
I'm not telling you what's going on in my camp. Fuck off.
Belichick was the dude that was videotaping the other teams, so he's a shady motherfucker to begin with. So you got that stage set. So
speaking of shady, Tito, what's up with your fucking homeboy coming down to Miami, taking over the team, and then sending the best player to New York? What the fuck?
First of all,
what inside job was that shit?
Ever call a Yankee my homeboy?
Okay, I take it back. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you on that one. All right, not your homeboy, your New York fellow man.
Right. Okay. Crosstown rival.
That's even a little bit too far, Jose.
That's almost tip of the hat.
Yeah.
That's like saying Captain America's from the Bronx.
Ooh.
Is he not?
Whoa. Find yourself another place to stay next time you come to New York.
Jose, we all know.
I've done New York myself out of a home.
We all know Steve Rogers is from Staten Island, so quit fucking around.
Steve Rogers from Staten Island.
So the Patriots were going to be playing the Texans, I believe, this season. And Juan has Tom Brady on his team. And Juan, just in general, is awful at fantasy football. He drafts a quarterback first and a kicker second, and he just does that just to do that. So, just being honest here, Juan. We all know it. So he's going back and forth on whether or not he should start Tom Brady. And Mahoney, being the angel that he is, finds a tweet from 2016 when the Patriots were going to be playing the Texans.
Oh, my God.
And they were going to sit Tom Brady, and screenshots it and sends it to Juan. And Juan sits Brady, who throws for something like 35 fantasy points.
That is so specific.
Those points.
Oh, it's so great.
That is so specific. Jesus Christ.
We got Darwin in the chat, says, longtime listener from the beginning, first time in the chat, says, thank you guys for the years of entertainment. So thank you, Darwin.
Oh, shit. What up?
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Oh, no.
So, yeah, that's the Juan and Mahoney
Can you guys
story.
see Tito's sweet face?
No.
So it's just us. We only see him in the little box.
Who's we?
All of us. I can see Tito's sweet face every now and then.
Yeah, I'm on the Hangouts page and I see Tito.
Maybe when he talks.
Well, I've got video turned off, so yeah.
No, it's on the, it's up. Oh, okay. Well, on the bottom right corner, there's everyone's boxes, and I see Tito.
Tito,
what
talk.
Up, dog?
Let me see your face.
I see your box, Jose.
I see you.
I don't see his face.
So I guess I don't know. Fucking good luck or whatever to everybody. Good for you guys.
No, it's been. I'm sorry to Lee's. I know Lee's upset that I haven't been able to call in on a weekly basis to bother him about fantasy football.
Cool.
I'm sorry. This has been a disappointing few weeks.
It's been a disappointing. It's been a disappointing asterisk season all around. I'm not going to be able to three-peat. I'm not even in the playoffs. I'm second from last.
Let's talk about that fucking high fall from the Kingdom.
Yeah, it's a big one. But you know what? If Jose had showed up to the draft on time, the draft could have been slightly different, and I might have
everybody.
And I might have an entire team of people that didn't get injured in
I
week
would
2.
have fucking Kelly's team. I know the people Kelly has on his team.
So we got some
half
real
of those
motherfuckers.
motherfuckers were one pick away from me taking them.
It is 100.
And then Kelly throws a fucking dart at the goddamn sports page and drafts a goddamn weekly column writer.
It's it's not throwing darts. It's looking at numbers.
Yep.
They're just little numbers to me. They're not people.
We're getting moneyballed over here.
Yeah, that's exactly what I do.
Probably besides the week where I thought I had beat Tito, but then within like the last 5 minutes of the Monday night game in garbage time, his guy scored
Landry.
a touchdown. Yeah,
Yep.
Landry.
I
Landry got
was
that
there.
garbage touchdown.
That was the night I was there.
Yeah.
We're sitting on the couch. We're watching the game. We're watching the whole game, and we're slowly watching Tito's team lose and lose and lose. And then he's like, fuck, all right, it's over. It's late. I'm going to go to bed. I go into the room. I finish watching the game. And then a fucking garbage time touchdown. Tito wins by like, what, 2? Some crazy shit.
That was a hard loss, but nothing compared to losing to Gino this week, which I know how you feel, Jose.
Feel my pain? No, you don't, because I play him every year.
Yeah,
you do not know yet.
Well,
this is the start.
I got a
This is the
taste
start.
of losing to Gino, and it's awful. And I'm up
Even
against.
I know you don't want to lose to
I'm
Gino.
up against Gino in week 1 of the losers playoffs. So, my
I would say,
Oh,
as bad as Gino's been over the years, never making the playoffs. I don't even think ever making it to 500. Maybe one year he did. He's never won or lost, depending on how you look at it, the Kerouac.
Yeah.
No, he did. He lost. He won the Kerouac that one year, but no one's gonna tell Gino he's got to do fucking punishments. So, motherfucker won't even show up for drafts sometimes. So I'm not gonna try and get a built-ass Luke Cage-looking black man to do some Mahoney punishments.
My favorite part was when we were in
newspapers, you know.
C2E2 weekend and fucking K-Wack said some K-Wackian shit, and I saw Gino's face. It was me and you, Tito. I think we're sitting next. Me, you,
And Gino.
Gino, and Kerouac. And Kerouac said some shit, and like Gino's face lit up, and he's like, "Man, you lucky I know you, man." You fucking-
Literally,
you're fucking lucky I know you.
Now, Goat, on the other hand, will straight slap a bitch.
I mean, neither Goat nor I are known to suffer fools lightly.
Goat said, "What did the 5 fingers say to the face?"
Oh, man.
But I will leave you guys to it. Good luck to everybody involved. Mahoney, start thinking of punishments.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that's already a done deal.
Well, and
Well,
He's got one for each of us already.
Yes, Mahoney's very creative. He tailors his punishment to the individual. I have a feeling if Knize somehow wins, it's going to be the softest cupcake of a
Collusion.
fuck off!
Collusion.
Mary was last place last year, and we all made it seem like Juan was last place.
Wait, he wasn't?
He wasn't. Mary was last place, but we fucking let her off because she's a sweet young lady and my wife.
My wife.
Mahoney's
My wife.
punishment is to go to Star Tours 20 times.
Oh, gosh.
Collusion.
So have a good show, guys. I'm going to head out.
All right, Tito. Love you,
Bye,
man.
Tito.
February.
Well, start planning February. Well, yeah, February. Yep, you guys will talk about that later, I'm sure.
Yeah,
and,
not 100% confirmed, but the entire podcast may very well be in New York City the week of February 15th, the week of Black Panther. So we'll all be hopefully hanging out that week.
My birthday weekend.
Yeah, man.
and
Something
start,
else.
if it's going to be Orlando or whatever the hell it is, somebody pick a theater somewhere for May 4th.
Yep, Infinity War. I know I'll be here.
Goddamn good times.
I was thinking, I'm like, what's May 4th?
Yeah, I don't think Kelly was involved in that discussion.
Well, he's in now.
Yeah. So,
All right,
Kelly,
good night, guys.
Night, Tito.
Night, Tito.
Kelly, the plan was for everyone to converge on one specific location for Avengers Infinity War so that we could all watch it together. And I'm pushing for hashtag Orlando 2018.
That is like all the other Marvel movies. The first,
May-
yeah,
it
that's
is-
the first weekend in May. I can't do that.
Yeah, it's May 4th. It's
Okay, it's fucking
Free comic book day.
Right.
Hey guys, I'm gonna go to Florida on the busiest weekend of the year. You're cool, right? All right, cool. See ya.
Peace the fuck out. But that was we also were talking about those plans before these February plans also popped up. So I know people.
Yeah, February
might be tricky.
Yeah,
for me to do both. I don't know.
I know people got limited vacation time, but we'll see what happens. But we should be talking February next week because it's signed on one side, just waiting for it to get signed on the other. You guys,
for that ink to dry.
You guys listening, it's a big one. It's a fucking big one. So
pretty excited about it. Pretty excited.
No names.
We're gonna go to Redacted and look at Redacted.
We're gonna look at so many redacteds. I think I'm hoping
all over the place.
I'm hoping we all come home with just bags full of free redacteds.
Oh man, I would love to have a bag of Redacted.
I'm gonna redact my balls off.
Well, I think I know what our title for this week is.
Amazing. So let's see what the fuck's going on. Let's see.
Oh, thank God the pedophile didn't win.
Oh, what? Breaking news?
Shit!
What happened?
Wow!
Beat out the kitty fiddler.
Wow!
This is confirmed. CNN
Confirmed by the Associated Press.
Oh wow!
Like
I don't know what's going on.
Jose doesn't follow news.
Like, I don't want that to be as shocking as it is, but I am fucking flabbergasted by that. That's great. Oh, that's great.
Donald Trump's president?
So, Jose, have you heard about this dude named Roy Moore at all?
Who?
Yeah, okay. So, Roy Moore is an Alabama judge who is running for the Alabama Senate seat. And it came out that 30 years ago, he was very well known for cruising the local Alabama malls and trying to fuck 14-year-olds.
Oh, get him out of here.
Yeah, but...
you think it'd be that simple, Jose?
You figured it would be that simple. But white people and Republicans kind of sat back and said, yeah, you know, he's probably a statutory rapist, child molester, sexual harasser, but...
At least he's not a Democrat.
At least he's not a Democrat. Yeah. So that was the vote tonight. It was a special vote. And according to Kelly's hard-nosed reporting, Doug Jones, the Democrat, who changed from Republican to Democrat, is the winner. And we don't have a pedophile in the Senate. Well, a well-known one.
No. Take that back.
Another pedophile.
We don't have an outed.
Well, that's great. Fucking A, man. Sometimes you get it right.
Oof.
You did it, Alabama.
You did it. You did it, Alabama.
Let's just take a second here. Let's all take a second and appreciate that Alabama got it right. Although apparently it was a fucking like neck and neck.
Yeah, it was very close.
Oh, it was tight.
49.9 kind of bullshit. But man, that's all right. All right.
Alabama.
Hey, yeah.
Well, that's fucking great news. This is going to be a monumental podcast, folks.
It's a good place to start the show.
Yeah.
Good place to start. I like it.
There's hope.
So let's see. All right. So real quick, got some quick hits. We'll hit a few highlights of my week.
Hey, hot takes.
Really an observation. So I wanted to watch this Happy show, right? With what's this fuck from Oz?
Chris Maloney. Yeah.
And like at the Imaginary Horse, like this sounds like something I need to get involved in. This sounds great.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but Jose always mistakes him for Casey Jones.
Always.
And that's Grant Morrison.
Yeah, exactly. It's a Grant Morrison thing, right? Yeah. It's like I'll check this show out. So I have not watched the show yet, but I'm like, how am I gonna do this? Oh, I'll just fucking download the Sci-Fi app, right? The Sci-Fi. That's why FY Sci-Fi.
So was it not on Hulu or anything?
I don't think so, but I used my mom's cable login for all that shit and had the Sci-Fi app. With Sci-Fi, which by the way has a shitty logo.
Oh yeah, their logo is ass.
It's hot garbage. But like, okay, great, there it is. Cool, I'll watch Happy, and I got distracted doing Christmas shit last night instead. But just, I'm looking at the screen, like the home screen for the Sci-Fi app, and like, okay, there's the thing I wanted. And a bunch of other shows that I've never fucking heard of before. Like, they have an entire library of new content. I have no idea what the hell it is. Like, there's a lot of TV right now, guys. Like, shit you don't even know about. It's fucking crazy. Like, there's never been more stuff, and it's fucking nuts. I was overwhelmed by the vastness of it all. like gazing out into the ocean, only was all just, pictures and people saying swears on late night TV. It's fucking ridiculous. But much bigger than all that, TV wise, was I finished that there Christ on Earth X with Zoe over the weekend, and
so good.
Holy shit!
Sounded like you said Christ on Earth X.
I would watch that every week.
It's a new DC
Crisis on
Christmas
Earth
Carol.
X was nothing short of amazing. Like, there's a moment kind of right as they're about to go fight the big bad, and basically the cast of all four of these fucking shows really are kind of on like the steps going out, and I kind of go, holy shit. And Zoe's like, what? And I have to pause it for a second. I have to have a old man talk. I'm like, you don't understand. Like, when I was your age, this would never be in the realm of possibility. Like, there's a fucking Mr. Terrific, Wild Dog, and the fucking White Canary are on TV right now. They're going to go fight Nazis. Like, this is incredible. Like, this is fucking amazing. Like, Green Arrow, no, it's not. She goes,
at best, if it existed, it was garbage.
That's what I told her. I'm like, I said, I've been waiting my whole goddamn life for this. Like, stuff like this. Like, when I was a kid, we got actually, no bullshit. When I was your age, we would get the occasional superhero movie, and most of the time, they weren't very good. Like, like Generation X was on TV for a minute, and it was the worst thing I'd ever seen. And her eyes start glazing over like she does when I talk too long, and I'm like, you know what? You're fine, whatever, fuck. I'll hit play. But it was very good, and like the death, man, the death hit me kind of hard. Like, I knew that the actor was leaving the show, but I didn't see him going out like that. It was very sad.
Oh yeah, no, that was like a legitimately sad thing.
Super, super sad.
What is he going back to make Prison Break season 7?
No, he's going back. It's Victor Garber. He's doing Broadway. But no, what's his nuts from Prison Break is back on Legend.
Oh, that shit was amazing.
And so he's playing like it's Earth X Snart, and he's kind of back on the Legend team for a minute. And Earth X Snart is the best.
Snart?
He's Leonard Snart, Captain Cold.
Okay.
Like, he's super gay, and he's super like all in touch with his feelings and shit like that. Like, trying to help everybody process their grief, but they're all like just horrible, dysfunctional assholes. Like, all of his interactions with McRoy are fantastic. Like, it's really, really good. I like that guy.
And him just making out with the Ray, and I can just hear nerds being angry. It's great.
Oh, me too. I'm like, oh, but yeah, my initial reaction was, oh, I'm so glad he has somebody there. And then I'm like, oh wait, yeah, but there's that part too. Those fucking assholes.
Because there's someone like, no, he's not gay.
Cap Cold ain't no queer. Ridiculous.
He's cool as ice. Great.
It's pretty cool though. It's kind of nice seeing, like, just kind of personally kind of watching my kid get kind of normalized to the whole thing. Like, there was a time when she couldn't watch anybody on TV kiss without freaking out, and then she saw two guys kiss at one time. I thought her fucking head was gonna explode. I'd be like, no, it's cool, it's fine. Like, just not everybody likes it. It's fine, no big deal. And like, kind of slowly but surely, it kind of tapered off, and then Captain Cold lays one on the Ray, and like I kind of glance over, and she just no sells it. I'm like, all right, okay, we're getting somewhere. All right. Right on.
Or she immediately opens her laptop and logs into Tumblr.
Oh God, no.
Did I ever tell you guys about the time I learned what lesbians were?
No, but please do.
On Monday Night Raw, hot lesbian action.
The hot lesbian action.
Eric Bischoff's HLA initiative, where he introduced hot lesbian action onto Monday Night Raw.
Oh my God!
And I was like, "Hey, Mom, what's lesbians?"
That is the most Eric Bischoff Monday Night Raw thing that's ever happened.
And then I found out, but then I was still a little confused because I assumed they were also dude lesbians. So like only lesbians could be with other lesbians, and I kind of assumed it was more of a racial thing at first.
They're from the Isle of Lesbos.
Yeah, and then I was like, oh wait, no, there aren't male lesbians. Well, there are, but they're called gay men. Oh, it's all very confusing to
He's
a
got
child.
this blackboard on his bedroom wall going, okay, I think I cracked this code. I think it's okay.
Boy, imagine if there was a segment on WWE Today where two lesbians were brought out to kiss in the ring, and then they are just destroyed by two Samoan men. That would not go over.
The Usos come out and just super kick both of them.
Yeah.
Do they still super kick?
Yes.
Or are they too gangster for super kick?
No, they double super kick. They super kick party.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. So that was great. Less great is that my fucking life is just besieged by pests and vermin these days. So after we missed 2 weeks ago, because I had to fucking scramble and take care of lice on the girl. The boy showed up with a couple of eggs and a creepy crawler on his head on Wednesday. No, it was Thursday. And so we had to wash everything. I did laundry for 11 days straight, and it was soul crushing. It was the worst. I fucking
Should have just pulled a T-Boz. Well, no, what was it? T-Boz
from TLC. She had sickle cell, not head lice.
No. No, Left Eye. She burnt all the shit in the tub. She
Yes.
burnt all the fucking clothes.
Yes, Left Eye from TLC burnt all of Andre Rison's shit because she thought he was cheating on him, not because he had lice.
Yeah, but burning clothes. I said you should have went. I misspoke. I said you should have went all Left Eye on the clothes. I said you should have went all T-Boz. I apologize, T-Boz, for the accusations that you burnt somebody's clothes.
And apparently no love for chili whatsoever.
None.
Well, didn't Chili say?
I believe what she said
Usher
was,
gave her herpes.
Oh my!
Oh,
was that her?
I think she's one of them. Her and Usher have
Oh.
a kid together.
Do they?
Yeah, they were like.
Shit, I didn't know that.
I don't know why I would know that. But
I feel like Wendy would have told me at some point.
Yeah,
that's true.
I think that's
I think this was pre-Wendy.
Yeah, it was pre-Wendy. It was pre-Wendy.
I feel like I would have heard about it at least once.
But I think it was Mel
You
in
are
the
like
chat.
fucking 5.
Well, I mean, like now on the current shows.
I think
No, this is old school. This is old news. This was like they were
You
married.
can talk about someo's child.
There ain't nobody bringing up fucking
chili.
Yeah, Chili and Usher's herpes ass. Ain't nobody bringing that up. They buried that shit.
No, but for real, T-Boz had sickle cell.
Represent.
What that happens. What are you gonna do?
Hey man, sometimes you just get shit.
In an effort to just not fuck with it, because Jax had it last year and it was a fucking disaster. And my man is 3 years old. He is not about to fucking sit down and let you comb his hair out. This is never, fucking never. So we treated it. We treat him with the
shampoo,
the light stuff. Just out of a courtesy, if nothing else. And then I walked his ass into a great clips, and she's like, "How are we doing today?" And I go, "Taking it all off." She's like, "Wait, what?" I go, "Yeah, just kill it all, scorch the earth." we had a licensing a daycare. We're gonna kill it. His head's gonna get cold. Fuck you. We got hats. Let's go. Let's do this. And
That's what beanies are for.
She picks up the thing, a little buzzer. She's like, "So, like a 0?" I'm like, "Yeah, fuck it, let's go." She goes, "Meow," and I go, "Oh boy!" Like, "Oh man, all right, that's." Oh, we probably should have gone with a 1.
Yeah, but all off.
Let's go.
Is a 0.
Yeah.
She buzzed this kid down so hard. So like he looks like a Make-A-Wish kid. Like he looks like either a Make-A-Wish kid or like baby Ed Norton from American History X. Like you're gonna just start curb stomping toddlers at daycare.
I like Jose's comment where it looks like he has powers.
That one picture, it looks like he just discovered he could make the ketchup levitate.
Well, what's the saddest thing is, like, his hair had just grown into that giant head of his, and then it's just all gone. It's like, oh yeah, there's that head again.
That hair was like whoosh.
It's all gone, and it's very clear now, like where all his fucking scars are from his massive head trauma.
No.
I'm like, oh, that's that long one right there where we had to staple this shit together. Okay, great. Oh boy. And Nicole was just waiting out in the car because she couldn't watch it. And it walked out, and her face is just long, this long face, and I'm like, I mean,
It'll grow back.
Gone, man.
I'm telling you,
Fuck yeah.
future CZW champion.
He is that. So I told her to go, and we're gonna go home. And if you find so much as a single fucking anything on me, we're gonna come back and do the same goddamn thing to me. I'm gonna go fucking full kingpin.
And then you tell them, ladies, you too.
I looked at Zoe and I go, hey, like, you know, you had a rough time last week. This bullshit at the table, right? And like, not for nothing, but you fucking love Stranger Things. You can rock that look. And she just starts crying because she's 10 and sensitive and can take a fucking joke. And I'm like, no, I'm not gonna. Just go to your room. But then Nicole told me if I shaved my head, she would love me less, which I feel like that happens really often, and I can't afford many more of those things. So
you only got so much more left.
Yeah.
You're like, you know what? In about a couple of years, I'm bound to do that. So I'm gonna need to hold on to this one.
Yeah. So we're gonna save those for a rainy day.
And you've already like pulled off your 18 little Dixie cups full, so.
I got 16. I got 2 left.
Oh, you're still
man.
working on
I'm gonna have the sounder ready.
We're home stretching it.
Dude, let's do a live trailer reaction to you doing your 17th.
So Nicole comes in because I was dead fucking serious, like no bit, no joke. Like I fucking had expo marker tallies on the fucking bathroom mirror.
Yes.
And she comes in one day and she goes, I appreciate what you're doing here, and I understand, but those fucking marks have got to go. Like, I can't know every time you're there fucking going to town. I go, you know what?
She's gonna get your schedule down now.
Yeah, right, exactly. She's like, I can't, and I'm like, well, not for nothing, but this is, an accelerated schedule. Like, this is not normal, just for the record. She goes, I know. Like, how would you fucking feel if every time, I fucking took care of business, I put a tally mark on the wall? I'm like, I'd be fucking kind of hot. Goes,
Exactly. Hot. I'll know when I see that tally mark go up. Oven's warm.
I may have said something very akin to that, and she said I was broken and walked away. So now it's in my phone, like a gentleman.
Oh,
I feel you, dog. I feel you.
I was hoping for an Instagram pic of that mirror on number 18.
Oh, I was thinking about it. It was going to happen.
No comment necessary.
Nope.
Hashtag unfiltered.
Context.
Yeah.
But then, and the last thing, we got a couple of fucking mice. Ugh. We had one in the garage, and I made my mission to kill this fucker because Nicole put some old, some old dry cat food in a bag, like the far corner of the garage, for reasons I am very unclear on. But I opened the garage, and the garage door makes a loud garage door sound like it does. It's an odd power garage door, and I see these little fuckers darting across the side. I'm like, hey!
Not cool.
Oh, hey! Oh, God. Oh, this little prick. And it happens like twice more. I'm like, fine. I'm gonna get all of it. I'm gonna get traps. I'm gonna kill this motherfucker. Come in my house. And so I got like some of those like little plasticky plasticky like snap downs, like you push you touch that goddamn thing. Ka-chink, you dead. Lights out. One hit kill. KO. Load that bitch up with peanut butter. Like you can't even put it down without it like clomp it down. Like it's fucking hair trigger. All right. Load that bitch up with peanut butter. Come back out the next morning, just ready to look at my kill. It is lit clean and on its side. And I'm like, what the shit? I was like fucking Nathan Lane in that Mouse Hunt movie.
Oh, I love Mouse Hunt.
Great movie. So, all right, fine. So I'll get 3 of those sons of bitches. I line them up, and they're all just tipped over. Not all triggered, but all tipped over. And so I'm like, okay, no, fine. Fuck it. You want to play that way? It was going to be quick. Now I'm buying glue traps, bitch.
Oh.
And so I bought a couple glue traps, and it didn't go quite like I wanted it to. Because, like, you know, the only time I've ever seen this little fucker is when you hit the button on the garage door, and, like, he just scurries. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to lay these traps down. I'm going to hit the button. He's going to scurry, and I got him. I walk over, I lay the things down, I hit the button, and Nicole's standing there, and she's standing, and just nothing. And, like, I get so hot at this little motherfucker. Fine. I'll get you, you fucker.
You're thinking you're about to go T-Boz on this mouse.
Yeah.
Get him, T-Boz!
But came
You
home
think
today.
this is laundry?
Came home and I got that son of a bitch. So he was in the trap, but he was still alive, and that would kind of bum me out a little bit. Just like, I don't like that. He's all wiggling around sad and shit. So I, put him in a bag and made him suffocate. Just, it's fine.
Oh God.
All good. Fine now. And then I came upstairs into my office closet to grab something out of there, and the little mouse shit's everywhere. Like, oh. So now we got one in the attic. Because that closet just leads directly to, like, the open, not really the attic because it's not finished, but the attic, but the shit above the house. So some little fuckers run around in there. So you know what? Got glue traps in there too. So I don't like vermin. And Nicole's like, oh, it's just a little mouse. I go, no, this little mouse is shitting on my things. I can't have it.
And what's worse is those mice probably have lice.
No!
Yeah. This ends with Jack's covered in glue traps accidentally, right?
Oh, don't think that they are not. Oh, man. There is nothing in the world under more lock and key than these goddamn glue traps. That is what would happen. Like, oh, there is no room for anything but the utmost diligence. Oh, it's nuts. Yeah, fuck, man. It's great stuff. So, yeah, that's all I got. What's going on, Kelly?
Not much. Just playing Animal Crossing Pocket, the phone game, because it's Christmas time and there's a whole bunch of Christmas furniture. Beyond that, started what? I should use words when I speak. I had a action-packed roll call moment.
Hey, happens to the best of us.
I started watching the matches on my match of the year contender list to get my top 10 ready.
And for those of you that don't know, Kelly puts in work, like, he starts working on the match of the year contender list in January.
Yeah.
Like,
once the new year starts, that's when the list starts. That's when the tracker list starts. Anything that I rate 4 3/4 stars or higher goes on the list. And at the end of the year, I watch everything on the list and rank it. And that's where we are now. And I also have to try and watch as much of the remaining 2017 stuff that I haven't seen yet before the calendar turns and it's all dead to me.
I mean, you never know. Might be more.
Because like at some point you're just like, no, if I haven't watched it by now, it's dead to me. So I started watching the top 3 matches from Wrestle Kingdom again. There's a good chance that Kenny Omega Okada match is probably going to be number 1. Still love it. Seen it like 4 times this year now. Still
really?
Great. Yeah,
all
that's
right.
one of the few matches I've rewatched multiple times this year.
Where on your list is Randy Orton versus Jinder Mahal in the Punjab prison?
Well, it's probably high up there in terms of my WWE matches because it was so stupid. Because I think only 3 WWE matches made it on the list that I have to rewatch. I think. Let me consult with the list.
Nice. Yeah,
You made the list.
Don't forget that Punjab
See,
prison match.
I know wrestling.
You do.
You do.
That Punjab prison match had the return of the Great Khali. Don't forget.
And that's what made it amazing because he scaled the side of that thing faster than I ever thought he could, and then he held up the belt like he won it.
And then he was never seen again.
Never seen again. All right, so we got John Cena versus AJ Styles from the Royal Rumble.
He thought it was a Money in the Bank.
Good one match.
Got Pete Dunne versus Tyler Bate from NXT TakeOver Chicago.
Okay, good one.
And Usos versus New Day Hell in a Cell.
That was a fucking bonkers ass match.
I love that match.
I like it.
Yeah, so those are the 3 WWE matches. And speaking of New Japan, watched the World Tag League Finals on Monday morning, and Chris Jericho made an appearance. Attacked Kenny Omega, busted him open with the U.S. title belt.
Oh shit!
I guarantee you, when he showed up, Kenny was like, "Hey, you know what we can do here that you couldn't do in WWE. We can blade to our heart's content." And then apparently they also
Chris Jericho got a weird look going on right now.
Yeah, he's scary old man, Chris Jericho. Now.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it.
But he is looking fucking ripped.
Yeah. Because, now the gimmick he's pretty much working with is just that he's this psychopath who is determined to prove that he is the best in the world, which is great. I think that's going to lead up to a pretty good match. This is exactly what it needs to be. It needs to be like a blood feud over... This needs to be like a work rate, fast-paced match.
How do we watch this, Kelly?
That'll be on New Japan World on January 4th.
All right, okay.
Yeah, I think that's a Thursday. Every year they hold their big dome show on the 4th.
And you got to watch it at like 3 in the morning.
Yeah, but it's on VOD right after. Pretty much immediately after. Like, they get that shit up fast. It's usually within the hour that the VOD's up. So if you just want to wake up, watch it unspoiled, just don't check your phone and turn it on. That's what I do half the time for New Japan shows. I just wake up. If anything, like, the first thing I do is go on the New Japan World site to see if the VOD is available. And then if it is, I wake up and go watch it.
Living the dream, Kelly, every day.
Like a wake up good morning, but wake up New Japan.
Yeah. Yeah, so that'll be coming up January 4th. You can check their YouTube page. I know they've made a English language one recently where they actually subtitle promos and stuff.
Oh, that's kind of rad.
And I think they had the press conference for the Wrestle Kingdom show on there, so you can see Kenny and Jericho fight more at the press conference. I know I haven't watched it yet, but I saw a GIF of Jericho throwing a table across the room at him, like it was amazing. A Chuck E. Cheese.
That's what WWE needs more Chuck E. Cheese matches.
Yeah,
that's incredible.
And then I talked about this on Twitter because they used the song when Kenny Omega, or when Chris Jericho showed up, they played his Judas song. So I felt like listening to it.
Which is his band Fozzy.
Yes. And then I just kept listening to the album. And damn it all if I don't really like that album.
Don't fight it. It's a good album, man.
Like, I think what really makes it good for Fozzy is that it sounds like real music as opposed to their rest, which kind of just sounds like your friend's cool dad knows how to work GarageBand. Like, it actually sounds like a real album, and it's a good rock album. Like, I really enjoy it.
Difference in producer right there.
Yeah, for sure. The difference in getting, like, a real production, it feels. Because, like, before, all their stuff was fine, I guess.
Definitely kind of lo-fi, though, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind that. I don't mind this little lo-fi. But then you're not wrong though. That new record sounds a lot better.
Yeah, that new record's awesome. Like I really recommend it if you think you would like what Cool Dad Chris Jericho would make.
You can do worse.
Oh yeah, there's much worse.
Fucking A, right on. What's going on with you, Knize?
So 'tis the season.
Is in fact.
Mary and I put up our Christmas tree this weekend, and as per our family tradition, we did it while watching the Star Wars Holiday Special. Which, for those of you that are interested in watching it or haven't seen it, it is available on YouTube in full.
Really?
It's a great thing.
One thing that is missing from it that our version that we had didn't have these, but the version we watched at the a comic shop, Geek Easy, a couple years ago, it had all of the local commercials in it as well.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh man, I love fucking old 80s like holiday commercials.
Oh, hell yeah.
I have a tape of all my old Christmas specials that still have the commercials in between, and I memorize the commercials as much as I do the damn movies. So,
it really speaks a lot to what this thing is, that in this age of no, pull everything off YouTube, I gotta get whatever, they're like, nah, that's fine.
That's cool. You guys are all right.
Yeah, because I had a torrent of it, but we put it on a hard drive and tried to play it on the PlayStation, but it wasn't recognizing it. So I was going to try and download another one, and I was like, oh, fuck, it's right here on YouTube, in full, no issues whatsoever. So that's cool. So we've been watching a bunch of Christmas specials. I downloaded a shitload of stuff. Mickey's Christmas Carol's one of my all-time favorites. And then we also watched Muppets Christmas Carol, which I know I have some controversial opinions, but it is not.
Is this the hot take?
It is not as good as Mickey's Christmas Carol, but I respect Lee. You love Muppet Christmas Carol. My wife loves it.
Love it.
It's
Love
just,
it.
as far as Christmas carols and Muppet movies go, it's one of my least favorites.
Damn.
Of both. Like, but then again,
I get the whole, Kermit sounds different kind of thing, but Kermit's really not in it that much.
yeah, but Kermit's not the only wrong sounding Muppet. Not only was it the first real like feature length Muppet movie that sounded weird, like a bunch of the characters sounded weird, but it was a different style Muppet movie. It's much more serious, not as Muppety.
Yeah, it's a Christmas Carol.
Right. So, yeah, but like fucking Mickey's Christmas Carol, that shit's goofy as fuck. It literally has a character named Goofy in it. Yahoo! So that's cool.
And goddamn,
Mario?
Michael Caine is Scrooge,
Michael
son.
Caine's great, man. And
Okay.
there's a lot of great stuff in Muppet Christmas Carol. I'm Patina! I'm Belinda! But, for me, Mickey's
That's a
Christmas
fucking
Carol...
solid piggy.
Thank you very much.
Solid.
It turns into a Yoda real easily.
Yeah, that's fair to say. But I like the weird, the fucking the spider Muppet that's like the head of the street thieves.
Yeah, that thing's fucking weird.
That thing's nuts. It's nuts to look at.
But then there's like the Ghost of Christmas Past in that one. That's a weird, like, ghost child
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, give me Jiminy Cricket any day. And speaking of holiday specials, we watched Rudolph, another favorite, and I definitely had a hot take about Rudolph. This is neither the hot take that I was teasing before the show either. That's still to come.
Oh.
The longer we go, it may be similar to a hot take that I have. Let's go.
So I love the Rankin and Bass Rudolph. But and I tweeted this, and it's one of my favorite string of tweets that I've ever tweeted. So I'm just going to read it verbatim here. The premise that Rudolph can't join the sleigh team because he's different overlooks the obvious usefulness of a glowing nose. Like, you don't need it to get foggy on Christmas Eve to realize that a glowing nose on a reindeer could be useful to you. It's like if I was turned away from a construction job because I showed up with a hammer for a dick. Yes, I get it. It's weird. But where are the nails? Let's get to work. Let's fucking do this thing.
Solid.
We also went down to Disney Springs, which is super Christmassy right now, and we saw Coco. Disney Springs is what Downtown Disney used to
Coco
be.
Beware?
Okay.
Coco is the new Pixar movie.
We saw that too. It's all right.
They made a movie about Coco Beware?
They made a movie about Coco Beware.
Coco, watch out.
He's a little Mexican kid, so they strayed.
Oh,
from
they
the,
recast
They
it?
strayed
What?
from the source material a tiny bit, but both.
Change the characters. No.
I
Coco was
definitely
Beware's gotta be a black
shed
guy.
a few tears towards the end of Coco. Mary was downright inconsolable.
Did she go loco?
Crying to the point of where you can't catch your breath.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
I think the ladies both shed some tears at Coco, but before that, earlier in the week, the two of them alone went to go see Wonder.
Oh no.
I think I'm gonna see Zoe to go see Wonder, and without missing a beat, I go, "That's the one with the kid with the fucked up face looks like Matthew Modine."
Oh,
He's like, "Oh, yeah, you fucking asshole."
oh, hey guys, I hear you talking about my movie.
What? Michael Shannon?
No, Michael Modine, get out of here, Michael Shannon.
No.
Owen Wilson?
Hang on. I need to go get my other friend. Oh, hey guys.
Oh, hi, Owen Wilson.
Hey, I heard you talking about my movie with my kid with the fucked up
Oh
face.
yeah, Owen Wilson is in Wonder. That's right.
Right,
Yeah, he's my son.
He plays the mom.
dude. They came back, and granted, the theater is close to our house in town, but it's what would you say, Knize, like a 4 or 5 minute drive, so it's not like it's far.
Yeah.
But when they walked in from the garage, they were both still crying.
Oh,
Jesus. Does the kid die at the end or something?
I don't think so. But I think the kid's 10 and he's he's in 5th grade. So really kind of hit a lot of Zoe's spots.
yeah.
And Nicole's just a fucking softie when it comes
And because he's a weirdo with a weird face and he wears a space helmet, he gets bullied a lot. So then they put this video of him crying on the internet, and he gets to go to the Avengers premiere. Then it turns out he said the N-word at some point. I don't know. It's weird.
coming to a theater near you, 2020.
Juggalo John in the chat says Muppets Family Christmas is the best Christmas special, and that's another one that I downloaded. That was it aired on TV. It's where they all go to Fozzie's mom's house for Christmas, and Big Bird's there, and Bert and Ernie and shit.
Oh yeah, that was pretty good. I like that
Pretty
one.
dope. I got the Christmas toy all queued up too. That's probably, it's not the best Christmas special, but it might be my favorite just because it was so rare for so long, and you couldn't see it anywhere unless you dubbed it off of VHS.
Yeah,
when
Christmas
it aired
Toy is a
originally.
good one.
Yeah, and basically the plot of Toy Story.
Yeah.
And the
Did
characters.
you see the Olaf short that everyone hates?
They had pulled it by the time we saw it, but
Yeah, us too.
it's
What do
going
you
to
mean pull it?
be
Why'd they pull it?
because people weren't really liking it, and it's also 22 minutes.
22 minutes.
It's 22 minutes long, but it's also going to be on ABC on Thursday.
Bumping.
Yeah. Well, no, not
Pulled it from the theaters?
Yeah.
It's a movie. I only thought they were. I only heard it was just a TV thing. It's a fucking.
well,
Swig
Pixar
Price out of that fucker.
Pixar traditionally would have an animated short before their movies. So they attached this Frozen short, quote unquote, 22 minutes before Coco, but Disney claims that it was always a limited engagement thing, but also people were not huge fans of it. So
No, I haven't seen anyone say a positive thing about it.
they pulled it this past week, and it's going to be on ABC Network this Thursday.
And now the people that had to sit through it before Coco are mad about it.
Yeah, it was weird watching a Pixar movie at Disney and them not having the Frozen short in front of it. But we got out of there in a shorter amount of time. So here's my hot take. You guys know about this thing called internet porn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's these websites that you can go to, and you can look at pictures or videos. I mean, it's 2017. Who's looking at porn pictures on the internet anymore? Unless it's some sort of weird leak. So
It befuddles me when I see a website that has a GIF section.
for that quick little rip, quick little banana peel, if you know what I'm saying. So I frequent a site every so often. I'm a married man in love with my wife, but you know, sometimes you just gotta get the job done yourself, and it's fun. It's a fun time had by one and all.
No, fuck it. I co-sign this.
So I don't know about you guys, but I find myself gravitating towards certain performers. Like, I like their work, I like their style, I like their looks.
Absolutely.
So
100%.
you tend to.
Uh-oh.
Jose knows where I'm going.
I might. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm gonna hush up because I might not.
Don't bury the lead. Don't bury the lead. So
I don't want to bury myself.
Okay.
I don't know if we're on the same hot take.
okay. So and you know, every so often you find somebody new that you're like, oh, let me see this young blowhard, see what they've got. This young up and comer. So in the past week, I had found this young lady who I enjoyed her work, and I was like, oh, you know what?
All right.
I'll come back to you at some point, and you're on my list now. You're on my Jericho's list. So one night last week, I might have enjoyed her work to the point of completion. And then the very next day,
you put a tally mark on the bathroom mirror.
yes, and then the very next day, found out that she had committed suicide.
Oh no!
Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about.
Like recently?
Yeah,
Literally, it was her name is August Ames.
August Ames, yeah, lovely.
She's dead?
Yes.
Yeah.
She made some comment.
She died on Tuesday.
On
she
Twitter
committed
about,
suicide last Tuesday.
Oh,
Jeez.
warning to whoever's working with this guy. He also shoots gay porn.
Right.
And like the internet swallowed her whole.
So a lot of people came at her because it seemed like a homophobic comment. So she's getting a lot of hate on Twitter. She's going back and forth with a bunch of people. You know, people are.
Okay.
Some people are telling her to.
You just found out about her?
Yeah. Dude, she's only fucking like
23 when she died.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, but she's had a long career.
Okay, but maybe I'm not the connoisseur you are, Jose Guzman.
All right, I'm gonna be quiet. See, this is why I didn't say anything at first.
But that's why I found the story so interesting, because I discover her last week, jerk it one night, and then wake up to the news the next day that she's dead. Like, I wrote a fucking a short video.
You wrote a poem about her?
No. I
wrote a short.
I had an idea like 10, 15 years ago. It was called Death Grips. It was about this guy who realizes he has the power to kill people by jerking off and thinking about them. So, like, at the
Wait a minute.
Yes, yeah.
Shit got real.
Okay, the basic premise was it starts out with this guy, like, he's on the toilet and he's got a fucking magazine with Lindsay Lohan in it. And he's fucking pounding away. And then the next scene is essentially a news report, actress Lindsay Lohan found dead. He's like, oh, that's awful. That's weird. And then there's like another coincidence, and the guy realizes he has this power. So he goes to like use the power for the. This was before we got Bin Laden, and I had a scene with this with the spinning newspaper of Bin Laden found dead, because the guy.
I remember that one.
Yeah, and then
I don't know, man. That's kind of brilliant.
it is brilliant.
Yeah, we can make that.
But then it kind of actually happened last week.
That's fucked up, man.
I found out, like, I was watching the news, and all these videos kept saying, like,
fuck you. You weren't watching the news.
Was it the eighth?
You were watching the news.
Were you watching? Were you watching?
Fiddler.
Were you watching the AVN
that's
news?
what we call it. We call it the news.
You were watching the audio video news?
We call it the news.
Adult video news. Audio video news.
No. But all these, all these videos kept saying R.I.P. and then like here's her video. So that was weird to me. Like in memoriam. Here
in memoriam, jerk off tour.
Yeah, it's like all the subtitles, all the titles of all the videos were R.I.P. Gone too soon.
Yeah,
and then like, usually you see on Facebook, you'll see posts like that. That's like R.I.P. Gone too soon, and there's a video, and it's like a Sarah McLachlan slideshow.
Right.
But this is just like, all right, so in memory of her, pound away. See, that's where I thought you were going.
You thought that my hot take.
It's weird that like post death, like they just retitled everything, and I was like, "This is weird." And then I looked. I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" To the internet.
He's like, "It's weird, but I'm into it, and it's fine."
No, like there's enough other porn stars in the world that I don't need to jerk off to a
that's
dead
the other
one.
thing was I kind of like I haven't been back since because now it's weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
Just like okay, so there's one like this guy was saying, you find your favorites,
right?
You know what I mean? Like everybody fucking knows what.
Yeah,
come on, fuck off. So I'm watching one that she's in it, and a dude's doing anus. What can we say in this climate? I can't say
butt
popping
stuff.
her in the
Just
ass.
say butt stuff.
Yeah, it's fine.
So they were doing butt stuff, and then she looks at him and she's like, "Oh, let me taste what I had for lunch," and then like grabs it.
No!
And then I was like, off.
And
done.
then she says, "I'm gonna live." She
Never
says,
watched her again.
That's fucking gnarly.
She says, "I'm gonna live forever."
Oh no!
Well, what's funny? One of the funny things is I found out about the news story because of Juggalo John's retweets. Like I don't know if I would have stumbled upon the news story otherwise, so I might still be jerking off to her to this day if it weren't for Juggalo John. So up top, homie, for not only warning me, but also for having the same taste in porn stars. What is up with that? It's like
that's why I'm saying where you been on this one.
Me and Juggalo John are like me and Ted Cruz. Remember when me and him had the same taste in porn?
That's right.
There's a lot of porn out there, Jose. There's a lot.
But,
like talk show you want, Jose, but there really is.
There is a lot, and
there is a lot, and there's some that are just good at their job.
Yeah, and
those stand out.
I got.
That's all I'm saying.
It's kind of like people. I
think I watch too much news.
It's like people who didn't get into Sublime until after Bradley Noel died.
Okay,
like she burned bright and fast, and
at least you found her work.
Yeah.
A body of work that will live on forever.
R.I.P.
And forever be weird with weird subtitles.
Great boobs. Solid teardrop boobs. A+.
Which really, I think, is the most fitting memorial we can give to a person. What are you going on, Jose?
Sweet cups. Well, since we're on the titles of sex and everything, have you guys heard of the Netflix original Easy?
I have from you.
Nicole, I heard about it and I'm like, hey, babe, we should watch this together. 3 days later, Nicole's like, oh, I watched that. It was great. I go, what the fuck?
Yeah, it is. It's like watching porn together.
Yeah, she tore it up. Like, just tore it apart.
It's pretty fucking good. So, like, there's stories, but it's not, here's the story continual. Like, one story is of all these friends in the neighborhood. It opens with them doing like a block party, and it's like it extra long, like just how great our block is. Look at all of us. We're community. Somebody was friends with the firemen, so they brought the fire truck down to the block, and the kids are taking pictures. But then they find out there's this guy stealing all their packages, and then it turns into this weird look into like neighborhood reactions. Aubrey Plaza plays one of the chicks in it. Like it's one of those that everybody.
Not that much, yeah.
Everybody But then the next, so that's that story. Is this just little incident on this block? And then the next one is about this chick who turns out to be a call girl with a side story of Zimbabwe comic who also Ubers who picks her up. So like everyone kind of intertwines with each other.
Yeah, because it's kind of like an anthology thing where the stories are all standalone, but the characters kind of cross over.
Correct.
Right? Yeah.
But you'll see them. There's just no. Then there's just fucking like the real, like some of the realest sex scenes I've ever seen. Like they pushing it. You thought Freeform was bumping?
Then season 2 comes out like in a couple weeks, I think.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. If you haven't seen it, I say see it.
Fucking right on.
In the chat, we had dating for sex. Go to Sarah23.ga. Ask, how long are dog pregnant?
Oh, so long.
Dating for sex, kind of redundant. Am I right?
I know, right?
Up top.
Where are we all at with Punisher?
I haven't
watched any of them.
Yeah.
3 left.
I haven't watched a single episode. They did get renewed for season 2 though, so that's good.
Deserve it. Well, I'm 3 deep and I'm digging it. I'm really digging it. I will say this, and then didn't you link me this, Knize, the video about the dropping the music scores down that they do they'll do like a template score, like if a director really likes a song, they'll take the song and have the editor edit the scene to that song and then later give that scene to the composer and have the composer do that. And then Tyler Bates got popped for the 300 soundtrack for ripping off, what was it, Spartacus?
Or like Gladiator or something, I forget.
It was the one with Titus. Okay. That's the movie. So Tyler Bates.
Fuck that movie, man.
Tyler Bates is doing the score for Punisher. And I can point out 4 songs that I guarantee that was done to. One is Tron. One is a 9 Inch Nails song. One is, hold on, I wrote it. I even wrote them goddamn down.
Oh God, look at this guy.
This is what it takes to get Jose to take notes for the show.
Oh, by the way, they don't sell Zubaz in sizes higher than 2X, which is bullshit.
I, for the very first time ever, found myself browsing the Zubaz website. Thanks you this week, Knize.
You're welcome. I put a fanny pack on my Amazon list, and I was looking for Zubaz in my size.
God damn it. Hold on. I think the page broke off. So either way, also, so here's a little thing I'm fucking trying out. Not watching the trailer on the internet. I have yet to see the Avengers trailer. And I think I'm going to try to keep it that way because I know they're going to fucking force feed it down my goddamn throat when I watch Star Wars.
In IMAX, so that's cool.
So I think I'm going to start doing that. I'm not watching these trailers anymore. I'm waiting.
I did. Go ahead, Kelly.
What?
I thought you were going to say something. Sorry.
No.
I have my Google News feed thing on my phone. And finally this morning, I'm like, you know what? No, just don't tell me fucking anything about Star Wars again. just stop to feed me these headlines. Stop it. Not interested in Star Wars. Fuck off.
All right. So I'm going to go more. I'll go more in depth in this. But there's a song that is a fucking tricky song. In the House in a Heartbeat, which is also kind of the theme song from 28 Days Later, 28 Weeks Later. And fucking 9 Inch Nails in a Tron. And then obviously the fucking theme song opening is fucking Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
But I love it. I love the soundtrack. The soundtrack goes great with the show from up to the season I'm at. The song that was the Tron song played beautifully in the scene, which once we're all caught up, we'll talk more about it. But fucking love it. Dig it. You're welcome.
Yeah, I really like it.
World.
I really like it a lot.
You're welcome. Shane House's Punisher is the shit. I love the whole the vet angle, all that shit. Good. You're If we didn't make that happen, who the fuck would be Punisher right now?
Some
You know-
fucking Jamoke.
Not for nothing, but I tweeted that shit, Jose. Like, we're all
Under what account?
we're all under my account. We're all fucking bros here. We're a
all
team.
Pop.
We're a
Everything's
team.
Pop.
Yeah,
Pop did
okay,
it.
okay. Pop owns all my ideas. I'm just saying, like, you can
Well,
say
you want me to specifically name you every time?
no.
I will forever now
no.
say your full name before I say this story. I'll
Like
even
a
add a
Time
little
Quest.
trademark.
Dare I say, an asterisk.
Just saying.
So that's what I got going.
Right on. So
That's
we're
what's
about to take a break, but before we
Yeah,
do,
because I got some fucking chocolate mint cookies I'm trying to get into that are
Oh,
in the
shit.
kitchen, and we're not doing the show in the kitchen. But I'm gonna get them.
We're like Thin Mints.
They're not thin mints. Okay, you know those
They're thick mints.
those
THICC mints.
I'll tell you what they are after the break. I'll bring
Okay.
the package in here.
Okay.
I will read off what the fuck they are. I might even take a picture of it.
Live that
Adventures
good
Girl
life.
Scout cookies?
No, they're not Girl Scout cookies. They're those Keebler elves.
Okay. Did everyone just drop
The
off? There we
Chocolate covering is mint.
go. Ah.
It's supposed to be like an Andes mint,
Okay.
but a Keebler thin cookie. And I'm gonna fuck it up.
All right. Well, let's do it because we got some news to talk about.
Yeah, now I want some cookies.
before we do that though,
Okay.
we got us a piece of mail.
Or
Oh.
porn hot takes.
Look at all this fan mail.
Our good buddy Zero writes in to popcast@panelsonpages.com. You should all do the same. Got something to say. Got something to talk about.
Tell
Got
us your
something to
famous porn star you jerked it to that you found out died the next day.
I feel like, we've all been there. It's fine.
Or we've at least all jerked off to a dead porn star at one point in our lives.
Oh,
sure.
well,
Maybe not necessarily knowing it.
here, okay, well, because this all brought it up, and I'd rather say it now before the break than bum it down. So I missed last week's show. A friend passed away. She fought. We all thought she beat cancer 4 years ago, and then I guess it spread to her lungs,
Ooh.
and shit happens. So, like sadly, too often. There's like a core group of this restaurant that we all worked with. No names.
No names. Pina Colada
At
Town.
one point, it was a
Butterburg,
family.
yeah.
It felt like a family. So, even though we don't work with each other and we all don't see each other as much as some, hang out all the time. Like fucking high school.
Of
You
course.
drift from friends. Some you stay with, some you talk to every now and then. But when something bad happens, everyone comes together. And then afterwards, we all go out. But this was the group where, like, the employee videos was the shit. Like, this was back in those days where that's what people, those were the heydays. Whenever they talk about the good days, they always bring that up. But we were talking, it was like when you watch those employee videos now, it's kind of like watching an old wrestling pay-per-view where it's like passed away. It's kind of weird.
Oof.
I feel that.
What is it? WrestleMania 6, where like 90% of the roster is currently dead?
Yeah, I think so. It's one of those in that time range.
Yeah, it's like
It's like gonna be dead. You
Yeah.
said currently like they got some plans. Like, oh fuck. Jesus.
coming back.
Like what does he know that I don't know? Like,
Chris Benoit's here.
But,
the
yeah. R.I.P. She was a
R.I.P..
good chick. She had a good heart. She had a good soul.
Yeah, when we would do the employee videos, she would let us get away with some shit, and we usually got free food out of the deal too. So,
Mm-hmm. Pamalama Ding Dong.
hey, no
That
names.
was her nickname.
Redacted lemon lemon ding dong.
Oh, ooh. Well,
Whatever. 40 people listen
okay,
to this.
okay. If you played a game with like the rest with the, I don't know.
So yes.
I was just thinking of something that somebody could probably bring me down for later in the second fappening of inappropriate people touching people.
Oh. yeah. I'm sure your record's not squeaky clean, but I mean, not like groping or anything.
Well, no, it was more like slightly on the back of somebody's ear to see how long you can do it before you guys notice. But there was like a group of people involved, like not just dudes like doing it to chicks. Like the majority of the people playing were chicks. Like we came up with like one night was, you know, how close can you get to like how long can you blow on their ear before they notice?
I kind of love that.
And then one game was one night who could get the most times untying the busser's apron, because you know you put the apron on, you knot it in the back, but that's where you kept your bus towel, sometimes your fucking spray bottle when they wanted to throw some dumb rule at you.
That's funny.
So you know who could untie the person's fucking apron the most. We kept the tally in the back. Man, we did some fucking crazy shit just to prove that the managers weren't paying attention. Once they posted this like note of all the side work that the bussers and shit were supposed to do, like the busser station was under the stairs, so it had like that overlook, kind of like a low roof, but it wasn't really a roof. Low, high enough to where it's high.
Did we lose you, Jose? Did I lose everybody? Pina Colada Berg got us. God damn it. Hello.
Hi.
I couldn't hear any of you, so I closed Hangouts.
Oh, okay. Well, we were just going down.
Did we get to hear all of Jose's story?
We did.
Wow, that sucks.
Yeah.
So, email?
Yes. So we get an email.
And I also have 2 voicemails here as well.
Oh, great. Okay, cool. So email us to popcast@PanelsOnPages.com. Our buddy Zero writes in with his words on the Inhumans finale.
Shit. All right.
Oh, at least we don't have to watch it.
Oh, Jose wasn't here last week. So we were talking about how Inhumans ended, and none of us would know how Inhumans ended at all. So we put the call out there to the population to tell us how Inhumans ended, or give us their best thoughts of how it might have ended.
Right. So Zero writes in. Karnak is locked in the quiet room and joined by Gorgon, who just killed Declan. They remember their past together and become best friends again. Black Bolt plans to evacuate all the animals off Earth if he can't stop Maximus. Medusa gives Louise the Terrigen crystals for safekeeping, and Louise uses one to become a porcupine-like creature. The Atalan people are given a settlement on Earth and are encouraged to crossbreed with normal humans. Medusa meets with Maximus and tries to reason with him, but he beats her bloody. Black Bolt shows up and Maximus reveals that he faked the letter from Aegon and Rinda involving Black Bolt's brain surgery, leading to the pair's deaths. Black Bolt locks Maximus in a bunker and leaves. A cryptic message is shown on the throne of Atalan. Now on Earth, Black Bolt and Medusa address every Inhuman present and then eat ice cream. Now, for the surprise ending, I never watched the episode. This show was a steaming pile of shit. Why would I waste my time? Instead, I took an episode synopsis and edited it. Half of it was complete bullshit I made up. This show was so dumb, though. You won't know what parts I made up, what parts I didn't.
Oh, wait, so half of that actually did happen?
Exactly.
Oh, fuck.
Inhumans are dumb. Zero.
Nailed it.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah, a lot of that seemed like it probably happened, but then every so often he'd throw a little bit of spice in there.
Yeah, I'm
I
saying
bet
the
the porcupine
ice cream
monster
didn't happen.
happened.
I'll bet the porcupine monster did happen.
I'm on the fence about it. It might
I
have.
already had a porcupine monster, so maybe not. There was a porcupine monster in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So maybe that's their
Crossover.
monster quota. I don't know. Hard to say. Fucking really hard to say. But yeah, also got some voicemails. Emailed to 616-951-1POP. What do we got, Knize?
All right, we got 2 from Mahoney.
Oh, great. All right, we got.
Hello, Popcast. It's Mahoney. I'm calling to tell you what happened on the final episode of The Inhumans. So, you all know that the Inhumans got sent to Earth and lost all their superpowers because superpowers are too expensive to show on the Inhumans. And so then Lockjaw got hit by a car, more like a doom buggy kind of, like an ATV. Some guy in the middle of the woods ran him over. And then Crystal and that dude brought him to this like horse doctor, like a Hawaiian horse doctor, and she fixed him up. But then she called the cops to report the enormous giant dog because she was mad that that Crystal was getting with her boyfriend. So that was a whole big thing. But then Crystal Notjaw teleported away, and the cops arrested her for being a lunatic, talking about some giant horse dog. So they got their teleportation back, and they all found each other, and they went up to the moon, and they found Maximus, who, as you remember, was trying to make it so that Inhumans who were ugly didn't have to live underground.
Right.
And so Medusa was like, maybe he's kind of onto something here. And there was this whole big thing about how she hated Black Bolt's parents. But they didn't really get too much into that, and I don't remember any of that from the comic. And Black Bolt was like, "Nah, he's bad. We're gonna take care of him." And so something happened where they destroyed the dome, the protective dome, and so they all had to teleport away. And of course, everybody teleported away except for Black Bolt and Maximus. And then Black Bolt put Maximus in like a bunker on the moon, and he went outside, and after much to do in the very final episode, last like maybe 10-15 minutes of the thing, he finally used his fancy voice powers, and you guys, it was horrendous. You could not understand a word he was saying. It sounded like underwater Aquaman from the Justice League movie.
Oh no.
It sounded ridiculous, and it looked even worse. And it made a bunch of rubble fall in front of the door. So now Maximus is stuck in basically a doomsday bunker on the moon. And then Black Bolt ran and found that dude who is a door, Eldrak or whatever, and he went through there, and he wound up on Earth. And all the Inhumans, including all their royal subjects, were just on Earth, chilling out. And you were like, oh, cool, maybe Crystal or somebody will be on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., as some sort of crossover opportunity, and then Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., as Lee explained, went to the future and destroyed the Earth. So I guess that's not going to happen. So that's it. That's where you leave the Inhumans. Oh, and Gorgon is back to life. They killed Gorgon, and then they sent him...
And that's where his first voicemail ends.
I'm actually into what happened. I'm into it.
Okay, so anyways, they had killed Gorgon, and just like they had killed Triton, but then Triton wasn't really dead, he was just fine. They killed Gorgon, and then they sent him back through Genesis, whatever.
It reads as Terra Janus Denises.
And brought him back. It's like, remember when that happened to him in the comics? He got all mutated and turned into a big ugly monster. Well, in the show, he just came back to life as a totally normal guy who was very angry. I assume because it was too expensive to give him any sort of prosthetic that makes him look like a big giant monster. Ugh. The same way they put him in boots when he went out into the woods because it was too expensive to get his little horse hoof slippers muddy. So he was back to life and very mad, and the terrible Karnak guy his power was basically being not able to use any of his powers and never getting anything correct. He was all sad about it. But Karnak did at the end of the day save Gorgon and bring him through whatever portal, so that Gorgon and Karnak are also on Earth. So they're all on Earth, and we will probably never hear from them again because odds are Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is going to be canceled really soon since this season is ridiculous. Alright, so that's what happened on Inhumans. So now you're caught up, and none of you need to watch it. You're welcome. Bye.
it's funny because his and Zero's descriptions match up in a lot of places.
Oh yeah,
But I would almost put the whole lockjaw horse doctor thing as a fake thing.
Yeah, I would have thought that, but I don't necessarily think that's the case at this point.
Yeah, I think for once Mahoney is not fucking with us, and that was legitimately
utterly
what
on the level.
So,
in which case, that's really terrible. That sounds really bad.
So we're at a point with this possible Disney buying Fox story. Allegedly, there's supposed to be an announcement on Thursday, but we're at a point where if Inhumans is canceled and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is going to get canceled, and possibly we're bringing in the X-Men and the Fantastic Four, at some point, they're just going to reboot Inhumans into the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
And
that's the thing that really sucks about this shitty TV show, is that, like, if they hadn't insisted upon doing Inhumans as, like, the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. subplot for, like, 2 seasons, if they would just not have done that, like, the Inhumans is a cool movie.
Yeah.
Like, you can straight up do a really cool Inhumans movie and, like, have it be, you know, an Inhumans movie and not whatever the fuck they put on TV.
If they hadn't turned them into the Roman Reigns of the Marvel Universe.
Juggalo John says, no, the horse doctor thing was in the last ep I watched.
Oh, God. There you go. Horse doctor's fucking for real.
And Zero says Mahoney is fucking with you by not fucking with you. The old switcheroo. I love it.
Rope-a-dope. So, yeah. Fucking... Nope. Never watching Inhumans. And I'm probably about done with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I have last week's episode on the Hulu just sitting there, just getting heavy. Like, hey, you wanna come over? I'm like, no, I don't. I want to watch anything else. And this is the show that last year, this time, I'm like, guys, fucking Ghost Rider's on TV. Like, that's amazing. Now they're just doing like a really shitty Mad Max meets, like, you know, the shitty real world part of the Matrix meets, I don't know, Alien, because there's, like, apparently they refer to these these roaches, these giant bugs that are on the space station for reasons I don't know about, but I don't believe we've ever actually seen one, because again, I guess they'd be expensive. But Christ on Infinite Earths has got Ray and Red Tornado and fucking you fought a Dominator for a minute. Like, they're really going for it over there on the CW shows, and you know they're made with a lot less money, so what the fuck?
Look, Disney doesn't have money to throw around.
Yeah, right. Not like the CW. The CW, who, when you look at the Nielsen ratings, they don't even count them the same way because they know there's no fucking point. Like, nobody watches those shows compared to what they watch the other ones. It's hilarious, but they're doing the Lord's work over there. Good for them.
God bless them.
So, fuck, let's take a break. Been a long one. Long segment.
God damn, I've been wanting cookies.
Yeah, I know. I've been thinking about cookies for the past 15 minutes.
I know. But I'm glad we did this, though. I'm glad we did this because, you know, on some level, I think we all wanted to know a little bit, right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
let's not look the fact that we got an email and 2 voicemails in 1 week. Let's not look that gift horse in the eye.
True.
Or in the mouth. In the mouth.
It would have been done a long time ago when we're fucking Tito.
That's also true.
Just saying. So, yeah. Enjoy this. I'm a little holiday themed tonight, so this will be fun. Enjoy this. We're back in a minute. Love you. Bye.
Break!
Ripped Apparel is your one-stop shop for limited edition t-shirts featuring all the crap that you already like anyway. Every day you're going to see 3 new limited edition designs available only for 24 hours. That's just a single day. After that, they're gone forever. And best yet, if you want to check them out, buy a little something, they're going to throw a little kickback to us, your folks, your friends here at the Popcast. So go to PanelsOnPages.com, click that banner at the top of the page, or on the sidebar at pcn.PanelsOnPages.com, or you can just update your bookmark, check it out on your phone every single morning. That's what I do. Ripped, that's RIPT.PanelsOnPages.com. T-shirts start at just $10 and they'll kick us a little something every time. Help us keep the lights on, help us keep the podcast going, help us keep the site up, and gets you a pretty cool t-shirt, man. Cool swag, cool shirts, good people, good deals from your favorite podcast. So check it out. Ripped.PanelsOnPages.com. 24-hour limited edition t-shirts that are pretty damn awesome. Check it out. And now back to your regularly scheduled podcast.
I think I just realized what happened when I dropped off the call. I had to sign out of my Google Voice account to sign into the PoP Google Voice account.
Oh, that'll do it.
And I think that signed me out of Hangouts because now I've got the PoP avatar.
I noticed that, yeah.
Yeah, there it is. Get the fuck out of here, dating for adult.
How pregnant your dog?
Oh my. All right, so some news.
Would you like Kitty to have baby?
Can't be making fuck.
When them Todd Grizzly, please play for my Christmas emails gonna start coming in.
You know, no one's sent me messages in a while. I don't know what's going on.
In the off season.
It's still it just wrapped up. There was a Christmas special on last week. It was delightful.
I heard he addressed it on his show that he heard that someone is posing as him on Facebook.
Shh.
And for those listening at home, the cookies Jose was talking about are Keebler Fudge Stripes Dark Chocolate Mint. And they look like a dark chocolate cookie, but with mint icing. They look
I'm just sweet as much. I will fuck up a fudge stripe cookie.
They look bomb.
I put mint on it.
We've been down a few cookie aisles lately. I am surprised we have not seen these.
I just saw him today. I fucking jumped on it.
I had to Google where locally was selling Hood eggnog, and they have it in the Walmart neighborhood markets near us. But need to get over there at some point.
They were talking about the apple pie Oreos at work the other day. That sounds horrid.
I mean, it's a cookie.
Yeah, but it depends.
Cookie?
Yeah, but if it's a cookie that's like the crumble crust on the top with like an apple,
but it's an Oreo, so it's not going to be.
Oh, it's an Oreo?
Right. It's an Oreo. It's apple pie Oreos.
Yeah, fuck off, weird flavor icing.
I've never had a problem with any flavor of Oreos.
I love the lemon.
Check out them the Oreo thins. Good times.
Yeah.
Thin what?
Oreo thins are nice.
The thin cookie?
Yeah.
The fuck out of here.
Look at the nice and crispy. Not bad. Not bad at all.
Yeah, but you gotta buy like 4 bags.
Well, no. The bags are the same, so you actually get to technically eat more cookies.
Jose and I had lunch the other day.
Which one? Okay.
Jose and I...
Wait. You're talking about the Oreo, like the Thin Mint Oreo cookies? Or
no, they're called Oreo Thins. They're just like little thin Oreos.
They still got cream on them and everything. They're not like the 100-calorie packs, but they're they're thin. They're super thin Oreos. Like wafery
like
almost.
little chocolate wafers with some cream in the middle.
Yeah.
How do you possibly get the same amount of cookie?
You don't.
That's what they said.
Yeah, but the bags are the same size, the same volume.
Right.
There are just technically more cookies in the bag to fill it. Because they're smaller.
So Jose and I have lunch the other day. We go to Chick-fil-A and he orders a peppermint chocolate shake or whatever. And he gets it and he's like, "Oh man, I should have asked for it without whipped cream." I can't do whipped cream these days, man. Just getting too old. Too much sweets. Like I can't do dark sodas anymore. I can't do whipped cream on top of my shakes. Can't do them dark sodas. I can't process it like I used to back in the day.
Can't keep up with them.
But dark chocolate mint fudge stripes.
Well, I just ate 2 rows, so you got my
God.
approval.
Oh,
damn.
And
That's why I say fuck thin Oreos.
Me and Mary and my mom and Jose and his girlfriend are going to see Book of Mormon tomorrow night. And my mom is bringing with her Christmas cookies. So Jose has already laid some claim to that.
Yeah. Fucking some of that.
He started
fiddle
making
fell.
a motion like a heroin addict tapping their veins when I started talking about my mom's Christmas cookies. All right, so let's talk about some news real quick.
Let's talk about some news.
All right.
We'll do it
Unless
live.
y'all want to keep talking about cookies.
Do it live. I'll
Cookie
write it and
news.
we'll do it live. Fuck it.
In 5, 4, 3.
This is the Pop Top 6-pack of news for December 12th, 2017. Fuck you, Roy Moore.
Fucking thing sucks.
All right, I got no headlines written this week, so let's just run through the stories real quick. The court battle between San Diego Comic-Con and Salt Lake City Comic-Con has ended with the court awarding San Diego Comic-Con the judgment that they own the phrase Comic-Con, and instead of the $12 million in damages that San Diego Comic-Con asked for, they were only awarded $20,000.
Seems fair.
Because they were suing the Salt Lake Comic Con.
Right. The Salt Lake City Comic-Con, exactly.
I am very confused by this.
Okay, let's talk it out.
Because, like, for one, fuck San Diego Comic Con.
Fuck them.
Fuck them real hard for doing this. But, like, what did the Salt Lake Comic Con do?
They got too big.
I
Opposed to,
remember.
like, 35,000 other Comic Cons.
I remember the story that Salt Lake City Comic-Con was had people outside San Diego Comic-Con advertising their show. So I think maybe it's just a matter of they walked on the wrong turf, and they just caught the brunt of it. I feel like Salt Lake Comic-Con was much more abrasive and combative with San Diego Comic-Con than they needed to be, like trying to make a name for themselves.
Well, that probably wasn't smart. What are you doing there, Timmy? Well, I'm going to go box God. Oh, good job.
You know, as soon as you walk into the prison yard, you take out the biggest motherfucker in the yard.
That's dumb.
Sometimes your punch don't pack enough wallop to keep them down, though.
Didn't work out so much for them.
That's it. If they wanted to be like, you know, Comic-Con is ours, I'm like, all right, cool, that's fine. But to be like, no, Comic-Con now belongs to us. Like, just gorge on a buffet of dicks. Like, that is just this fucking the worst. I hate it. That's like, no, it's like, you know what? I'm gonna trademark blue.
Or like fucking WWE trademarked the too sweet hand gesture.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here with that. Like, just fuck yourself. Like, that's just a word now. Like, you can't just go out and copyright a word because you decide you want it. That's fucked up.
Well,
like, they're not even the first ones to use the words Comic-Con.
We'll see if it was just an issue between San Diego and Salt Lake, or if San Diego is going to take this judgment and try and go after the other 9,000 shows that use the word Comic-Cons in their name.
It'd be great if they did and just everyone pulled out.
Is this like the convention Napster?
Could be.
I feel we hear things going to some of these shows that we do.
No names.
No names.
Better
No
watch it.
names.
Better watch
No
it.
names.
Better watch it.
But there are a lot of shows already that are Comic-Cons, but have already protect themselves from the word jump by just not putting Comic-Con in their name at all. Like, you get it.
Sure.
You get that it's a Comic-Con. Other shows are going to have to possibly rebrand as initials. Like, that's going to be their back door out of it. Other shows, it's going to be a little bit harder. But also, I believe, my understanding is it depends on what your relationship is with the organizers of Comic-Con. Like, some shows have...
That fucking sucks.
Some shows have the blessing of the Comic-Con bigwigs, and some don't.
That's some fucking payola shit, man.
That's fucking life.
Let's hope...
you want to talk about payola... Try having the fucking government come and shut your convention down and say, pay up, or y'all motherfuckers, all this shit's ours.
He's talking about Delhi.
No names.
It's funny that you brought that up because maybe a Comic-Con that we attended in a country that may have been close to or around Bangladesh not only used Comic-Con in its name, but basically aped the entire Comic-Con logo.
I might know what you're referring to on that one. But also, I'm sure that the extradition laws in Bangladesh are just fucking on the open up. I'm just looking right on that.
Well, I mean, remember Bangladesh, I think we told the stories about all the restaurants in the food court were ripping off some logo of some sort.
Right.
Like Facebook. Zero in the chat says, I'm actually eager to see what they do about Stan Lee's Los Angeles Comic-Con. Does San Diego have the balls to take on Stan Lee? But isn't it Kamikaze? Isn't it?
Yeah, I thought it was Kamikaze.
I think it's
I thought it was Kamikaze Con.
Or are those two different shows?
Yeah, but you would think that their relationship
It's the fucking website is Stan Lee's LA Comic-Con.
Yeah.
That's the one that The Rock was at.
It's all right. Again, this probably.
I don't think they want to be the ones that accidentally kill Stanley.
Yeah.
It doesn't come down to them really giving a fuck that they use Comic-Con. It's so fuck you.
Yeah, Zero says
they just weren't being nice.
Those
guys are being dicks, and they fucking railroaded them for it.
I said, this is what happens when you fuck around.
Zero in the chat says they changed the name from Kamikaze to Los Angeles Comic-Con. Stanley's Los Angeles Comic-Con.
So it is Kamikaze. He just changed the name. They're not too.
It was Kamikaze. Yes, first couple of years.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, it definitely was.
Yeah, imagine San Diego Comic-Con gets a judgment from Stan Lee's Los Angeles Comic-Con. The organizers that night are jerking off to like all the extra money that they got. They wake up the next morning, R.I.P. Stan Lee.
Oh, god damn it.
Full circle.
I like it.
Speaking of brushes with death, holy shit, Brian Michael Bendis.
Holy shit, Brian Michael Bendis.
This story reminds me of, I think it was when Putin was running for Russian president for the first time, and his opponent was slowly deteriorating and dying, and it turned out he was getting poisoned.
Oh, yeah.
You remember that shit? So, Brian Michael Bendis, who just moved from Marvel to DC, got a MRSA infection, blinded him for 4 days, and he almost died last Monday.
Yeah, that is no fucking joke.
No.
And he was back in the hospital today. They were able to, the infection flared up again, but because they were keeping an eye on things, he got back into the hospital real quick. Yeah, he was on death's door. Matt Fraction was fucking at his bedside for days on end.
That's crazy.
Yeah, if you don't know, MRSA stands for, it's MRSA, it's medication-resistant staph infection. That's fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
Staph is no bullshit, and it's no, this is so fucked up. No, you can't take the bill for it. A lady I used to work with, her husband had it and was laid up. Basically, was an invalid for years, years and years and years. So it's fucking crazy. The fact that he's getting off as light as he is nothing short of a fucking miracle.
He still says it'll take months for him to recover.
Yeah.
Fucking went blind, huh?
For 4 days.
Jesus.
And both Marvel and DC has said that they agreed to
We
let
didn't
him
do it?
They agreed to let him do his work when he can. But yeah, that was the point I was making. He just left Marvel, so I was making comparisons between that and that Russia story.
That Akira Yoshida.
You say carry your shit out?
Oh, Jose wasn't there for the Akira Yoshida talk. Did you hear about this, Jose? That CB Cebulski had a secret Japanese...
Yes.
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit last week.
I did see that. See, I know comics. I do internet.
I just Googled Putin opponent poisoned, and the first story that came up, Putin critic who said he was poisoned in 2015 falls into coma. The poisoning of Alexander Litvinenko. Wow.
What's he licking?
He's licking the Vinenko. Here are 10 critics of Vladimir Putin who died violently or in suspicious ways.
Yeah, but I feel like if you search, Putin opponent, poison, you get like 17,000 results. Like it never stops. It's like half the goddamn internet.
So this whole
insane
controversy about net neutrality, about how if the FCC repeals net neutrality, then providers will be able to charge you more for different sites.
Oh yeah, it's a big problem.
They'll be able to throttle your internet.
Most people don't understand how big a problem it is. I feel like.
Yeah, but it'll most likely slow down your internet in a lot of cases. This week, I'm thinking maybe that's not such a bad idea because with internet speeds being what they were, a lot of well-known people jumped to the defense of this young kid, Keaton Jones, when he posted a video, or his mom posted a video of his tearful pleas after he had been bullied. And a bunch of people, including Chris Evans, Mark Ruffalo, a bunch of sports stars, Mark Hamill, jumped to his defense and was like, hey, you want to come hang out? You want to come to the Infinity War premiere? So on and so forth. Everybody's internet was so quick and they were able to respond to that boy so quickly that they weren't able to take the time and sit back and think, maybe we should vet this story a little bit more. And then
full steam ahead.
The most recent revelations in this story is that his mom, who shot the video and posted the video, might also be a Trump-supporting racist, Confederate flag waving weirdo. But then again, her Facebook page has gone completely private, and just as quickly as the internet went to support this Keaton Jones kid, and the only reason we're talking about it is because so many of the celebrities in our industry, quote unquote, jumped to his aid so quickly. Like,
Knize, you're forgetting the best part.
What is the best part there, Kelly?
He probably was getting bullied because he called someone the N-word.
Right. Okay. There is also that. But, like, when I saw the story first hit, I watched the video, and I didn't react to it the way a lot of these people did.
I turned it on for a second and said, "Oh, that kid looks like a piece of shit."
I was like, I don't know about this story so much. And then it comes out a day later that maybe his mom's a racist, maybe he used the N-word. I'm like, yeah, that could be, but also maybe
okay, I'll tell you right now, I have not watched the video.
But I also went like, maybe that's not the case. So maybe
he looks like he'd call someone the N-word.
He looks like he'd call someone the N-word. I'm just saying, like that.
Where's
like
this kid from?
Not
Tennessee.
news.
Oh, he's from Tennessee. Oh God.
Exactly. Yeah, face like that, like he's just like he's missing a chromosome here or there. Very narrow.
Man, it just slips out like cotton candy out of a machine.
I'm not trying to make a joke, but he kind of resembles the kid from Wonder. He's got a weird face going on a little bit.
Yeah, that happens when you marry your cousin.
Yeah.
Hey guys, my son would never call someone the N-word.
My whole thing was just like, that before I even knew about all that bullshit, I'm just like, So, like, no, you fucking got bullied. Like, who amongst us wasn't bullied? You know when it stopped? When I started whipping ass. Like,
He done that boxing video for his feelings.
Just stopped real fast when I started smashing motherfuckers' heads into their desks. True story. Like, it just never happened again after that. Word gets around quick. Fuck, man.
I got bullied once, and I stopped and told him, I know you have to do this because your dad left. And then he never did it again.
Oh! Oh, so
Whoa!
Yes.
Whoa!
Oh, number 17.
This kid,
Holy shit.
this kid had actually like bullied my friend out of school, and then like once that kid left, he tried to do it to me, and that's when I said like, look, I know you're only doing this because your dad's gone and you need to act out, but I'm not gonna put up with this.
Now,
God,
because of the swiftness with the way the internet changed in the regards to this story,
Nothing more than a crying white kid, that's for sure.
and I wasn't too quick to either jump to either side, and like I saw the one Facebook post that they were able to screen cap from the mom, and I was like, okay, there's definitely some ignorant racist sentiments in there, but there wasn't just straight out racism. And yes, there was a picture with the Confederate flag, so it's like, yeah, like, yes.
But to be fair, like, I literally can't go 2 blocks
Right.
without seeing a Confederate flag down
like
here.
yeah,
So.
that's like, that stuff's not great, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're lynching black people in their backyard, whatever. But then Keaton Jones' mom says to Good Morning America that the pictures of the kids with the Confederate flag were supposed to be ironic and funny. The photos were intended to be extreme and ironic and funny. It's like, oh yeah, you're a piece of shit.
Oh, she fucking loves Jeff Dunham.
You are a piece of shit. And you know what? Like, yeah, maybe your kid had it coming. Maybe this kid's a sweet kid. Who knows?
Maybe, okay. I don't know. I don't know this fucking kid. But, like...
He's gonna call Black Panther the N-word. It's gonna be great.
You got, like...
Get your paws off of me!
I'm just saying. Like, I feel like a little bullying builds some character.
That's where greatness comes from.
Exactly. Little adversity never hurt anybody.
Nope.
1. 2, fuck all these parents that, you know, like, fuck the mom for ever uploading the video.
Safe space.
Crying child, look into my phone.
Yeah. Oh, did you have a bad day? Tell mom I was about to put it on Facebook.
Yeah, and
Like, yeah,
was prompting him as he went.
Yeah. Fuck that broad. Like, no matter what. Like, Confederate flag be damn. Fuck that broad. And I appreciate people trying to reach out. Like, hey, Chris Evans, that guy's just like a stand-up fucking dude. Like, just trying to do the right thing. I get that, but not. I would no.
Slow your roll.
But like, you know, not even to that kid. Like, I would never do that to any kid. Like, oh man, some kids were mean to you. Let's treat you like a superstar. No, this happens to, you know, mostly everybody. How about you just handle your fucking shit, Keaton?
Hey, stars of Avenger. My landlord was so mean to me. He said that I better pay rent or he's gonna beat my dog and cook his meat. So,
like, it was Legend of Zelda.
like,
yeah, just I don't know.
it'd be cool, you know. Not saying.
Hey, Gal Gadot. Hey,
you got
what's
there?
up? What's up?
I got bullied once. Can you just like send me a video of you winking at me? That's all I want.
Like, hey, Gal, like, when I fly on airplanes, I have to use one of those seatbelt extenders. It gives me a lot of anxiety. So, can we go out on a horse and carriage ride through Central Park?
Yeah, I don't give a shit about this kid.
And you know what? In a couple days, the internet's not going to give a fuck either.
But that was another one too, where like my Google alerts, like they're not the Google alerts, but just the Google feed on the new Android launcher. Like it, it's like it looks at, hey, these are stories that you like read about. So here's your stuff. There's always like, hey, here's what's going on with Power Rangers and superheroes. Great, cool, awesome. But then it's like, hey, here's just nation trending stories. And then like fucking this white trash kid was just all over my fucking feed for days, and like I didn't have the option to say, don't give me any more stories about this kid, because they were never classified under the kid. They were just trending, and I can't be like, stop. I don't want to ever see this fucking kid again.
I don't want any stories about Keaton Jones being bullied. I don't want any stories about Michael Keaton. I don't want no stories about fucking Diane Keating. I don't want any stories about Joe Keating. I don't want any stories about someone who was just kidding.
Just fuck this kid. Like, ugh. Kid's gross.
Okay, how about a kid that
my
don't...
kid gets in the car, and she does this from time to time. She gets in the car, and she says, she's like, have a bad day. I'm like, she's 10. I'm like, what's wrong, babe? It's like, oh, the kids are being mean to me, this and this. And I say, all right, cool, that's great. All right, get over it. She's like, what? I said, you have a limited number of days on this planet. Why go out of your way to make some of them shitty? Just fucking get over it. Those kids are going to peak in 2 years. She's like, oh, okay. Doesn't really get it, but I don't lean into it. But granted, it's all minor league bullshit.
And then she's going to go up to the kid at school and be like, I know you have to do this because your dad left.
I told her that.
I know you have to do this because you're going to peak in 2 years.
I told her it should just go right for the nose. She's like, what? I go, headbutt them in the nose. They can't see shit. They can't do anything, and no one will fuck with you ever again.
And you got one of them Rodriguez noggins on you.
I'm telling you. She's like, but when I get in trouble, I go, yes, but they will never bother you again.
With the school, you'll be in trouble.
It's worth it. Like, you will be a god at that school.
Love it.
And she comes home and she tells Nicole, and Nicole's like, you can't tell her that kind of stuff. And I'm like, I know, but it worked for me. Yeah, wrap your head around that. I once headbutted a kid in the fucking nose.
And he didn't turn to dust.
And he lived. And my head is enormous.
He didn't just blink from reality.
Oh, that guy was such a piece of shit.
Yeah, there's plenty of them. So have you guys watched this Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse teaser trailer?
Oh, I watched it.
No, I haven't seen it. I thought it was for the video game, and I'm like, I'm not gonna get this video game.
No,
it's not on the Switch, so I'll just get sad. But then I found out it was a movie and just forgot to watch it.
Remember way back when they made the deal for Spider-Man Homecoming, and then Sony was like, okay, we're also gonna make a Venom movie and a Black Panther and a Silver Sable movie, and we're also gonna make an animated Miles Morales movie. And I believe this is the one that has Lord and Miller attached, or no?
I know that they were going to be attached.
They got fired from a lot of shit. So yeah, it's a CGI Miles Morales animated Spider-Man movie called Spider-Man Into
Let's watch it, shall we?
Let's watch it. I'm ready for it.
Good live reaction. Let's know when you're ready, Kelly.
I'm loading it up.
I put the link in the
Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, which I think is very exciting, because that could mean a lot of other things too. So that's great.
All right, I'm good to go.
All right, we're gonna fire this bitch off in
Jose,
3, 2,
you ready?
You ready?
Jose, you there?
Are you Jose's gone.
Oh yeah, hold on.
Okay.
Okay, yes.
You ready?
Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Look at all the colors.
Oh, this looks really cool.
Look at all the colors.
3 seconds in, this looks cool.
When he was chasing after the Prowler on a motorcycle, look at this thing.
I kind of already like it.
Yeah. Right? It's got
now watch as shit moves. Like it's not super fluid. It looks almost stop motiony in a weird way.
Exactly. That's what I was gonna say. The frame rate is weird,
but really fucking cool. But not all the time. This is super smooth. The color palette is wild. It's almost got like a Spider-Gwen type color palette.
Yeah, it looks a lot like Spider-Gwen.
Yeah. It was sent over Peter Parker's grave a minute ago. And then, oh shit, it's Miles. Look at that.
Yeah, I love the art style.
Boy, it looks neat.
What?
Wait, so how many of us are there?
Christmas 2018.
How many of us are there? That's kind of fucking cool. I'm in.
I'm sold.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they do like a Spider-Verse movie, just like through the prism of Miles, yeah. Fuck yeah.
Where was this whole time, Sony?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a fucking $1 billion idea, and it looks incredible. Yeah.
I'll tell you what. Venom, anything like that, I'm in. Venom's got a hard sell now on a trailer. Don't let some cartoon beat you.
Well, I think the key with Venom, what I've been reading about Venom, is that we need to all disconnect it from Spider-Man. That's the only way we're going to be able to go into Venom and enjoy
really
it.
Dumb.
It is dumb, but I feel like that's going to be the way we got to go.
Way to watch it and not be extremely pissed.
Because it seems like
they
pulling...
said that they got word that it's going to be based largely on Lethal Protector and Planet of the Symbiotes, which those stories have nothing to do with each other.
No. But they're also throwing in some Flash Thompson elements, too.
Huh. Woo! All right.
So maybe if it's going to be attached to Spider-Man at all, we just have to flip the script, and it's not Peter gets the symbiote first and then Venom gets the symbiote. Eddie Brock. It's the other way around. You know, Venom already exists, and all these symbiotes exist, and then maybe at some point they cross over, and a piece of the Venom symbiote or whatever gets on Peter, and they do that. Or they never even do Black Costume Spider-Man.
This is some Suicide Squad shit. This is skipping steps in a big way. Like, they're talking about maybe he fights Carnage. Like, no, Venom doesn't get to fight Carnage in the first Venom movie.
Yeah, you can't not only skip out on Peter Parker being in Venom's origin, you can't just give him Carnage too. You can't take both and be like, none of these guys have anything to do with Spider-Man.
Well, I think Spider-Man's got a rich enough history and villains gallery that...
Oh, he does. But Venom has a rich history, too. You know what it all centers around? Fucking Spider-Man.
You're not wrong, Lee. You're not wrong. I'm just trying to... I'm trying to fix it in our brains. Chris Evans, while he's not throwing his support behind a kid who may or may not have said the N-word, he is pitching a Captain America Human Torch movie if Disney buys Fox.
I think that's adorable.
So who do I talk to about a Cap Human Torch buddy comedy spinoff? I'm thinking Planes, Trains, and Automobiles meets Parent Trap.
That's hilarious. Forget how goddamn good he was in that movie.
Like, I want Chris Evans, Cap, and a new MCU Human Torch to be on screen together, and them allude to that at some point.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't want Chris Evans to play Human Torch.
No, they should fucking make him play Human Torch, but they just de-age him like they did.
No.
Michael
They'll have a scene. It's late night. Captain America comes out in his his Hugh Hefner robe, almost like a Fantastic Four, and he catches Johnny Storm holding his shield.
My Fantastic Four reboot cast is either Bill Hader or Jason Sudeikis as Reed Richards. What's her name? Who was Rita Repulsa?
Elizabeth Banks.
Elizabeth Banks.
Yeah, Elizabeth Banks.
Elizabeth Banks as Sue. Zac Efron as Human Torch, Johnny Storm, and Seth Rogen as the Thing.
Fucking print it. Let's go.
And have it be that family.
All right. If that happens,
I
don't want to ever hear any more shit about we didn't do Punisher.
What do you mean?
I'm talking from the non-believers, the haters.
No. I don't think there's anybody that doesn't believe us or hates on it. I just wanted a little bit of recognition.
Let's credit where it's due. Pissing in his fucking cereal over there.
You know, just a little tiny bit. I just think
it's so weird that fucking Fantastic Four movie was so bad.
Terrible.
Like that's that honestly, that's a movie night, guys.
Yeah,
like, that's a Popcast movie night because
it's almost kind of like Wolverine, where the whole first half of the movie is kind of good until they get the powers, and then it just turns.
Let's not go crazy.
No, I would agree. There's promise in the opening bit of the movie.
Yeah,
there is.
Opening, the whole kid stuff, the whole science stuff, the kind of opening that he kind of fucked with this portal back in the day, and hello.
There we go. We're back.
Holy, everything just took a shit.
Yeah. Season finale, which was this past Sunday, they reveal that Carl, played by Chandler Riggs, had been bitten by. Oh, God damn it! I was so close. Hello.
There we go.
Was it chloroform?
See, sometimes when I'm going into a story, you guys are silent because you're respecting.
Listening, yeah.
You're respecting the lead-in, and then when you all of a sudden I hear you all going, oh no, we lost him. So I don't know where we left off, but on this,
on the edge of our goddamn seat, because you said the season
yes,
on the mid-season finale,
of The Walking Dead,
done,
which aired this past Sunday. It was revealed that Carl, played by Chandler Riggs, was bitten by a zombie a few episodes prior. So, essentially, when they return from their break, their mid-season premiere...
Bit where?
On the ribs.
Like the side, yeah. He's fucked.
So he's fucked.
Ribs.
So the next episode, which will be the mid-season premiere, will be his death episode. It will be his last episode, more than likely. So Chandler Riggs,
unless he has the cure in him, it's a swerve.
He
doesn't turn.
No. Because
why not?
Because some of the inner workings of behind the scenes of Walking Dead have been revealed, and yes, his contract is not being renewed. Chandler Riggs is now 18. He started doing this show when he was 11. And
we interviewed him.
Yep. He's going to be going to college. He just bought a house, looking to do different things. But when they had contract discussions with producer Scott Gimple, they were all planning to be on the show for at least another 3 years. And then one day while on set, Gimple shows up, tells Chandler Riggs, "Sorry, buddy, but we're killing you off."
You're getting bit, son.
Chandler Riggs was when he talked the upcoming departure, which he talked about this on Monday. So this is different from when we talked, Jose. It wasn't spoiling anything. So neither Chandler Riggs or his
reveal that he was bit had already happened.
It happens
to the public.
Yes, it happened Sunday night. So and it seems like it's essentially common knowledge that the character is dead and going to be leaving the show. So he's very sad about having to leave because he's been doing this almost his whole life.
Right.
It was unexpected that he was going to be getting killed off. He thought he had at least another 3 years with the show. And he, along with Andrew Lincoln and Norman Reedus, are the only 3 people left from the first season.
I guess you're right. Yeah.
Jeez.
So he was very sad, but also very optimistic about his future, about taking a year off and exploring things in music and acting and going to college. And he's got a new house and all that. But Chandler Riggs,
pretty cool. Generally being pretty cool dude about it.
Yep. Chandler Riggs' dad, however, posted on Facebook, "Watching Gimple fire my son 2 weeks before his 18th birthday after telling him they wanted him for the next 3 years was disappointing. I never trusted Gimple or AMC, but Chandler did. I know how much it hurt him, but we absolutely know how lucky we have been to be a part of it all, and appreciate all the love from fans all these years. His dad made the comment through the business.
This is my favorite. This is the part that really matters. This part really matters.
Rigg's dad made this Facebook comment through the business account titled "Chandler Riggs' dad's zombie road trip, Riggs' tours and autographs."
Right. Right.
Jesus.
Ooh. This motherfucker's like, oh shit. So what? My fucking meal ticket's gone now. I gotta get a fucking job.
So Chandler's like kind of chill, and he's like, "All right." Well,
he was being a professional, even though he was showing some remorse that it didn't work out.
And then the dad's like,
fine.
"Fuck, we're broke."
But his dad's like, "I just bought this fucking van. Big ass letters on the side. Fuck."
Chandler Riggs' dad's zombie road trip, Riggs' tours and autographs. What?
Oh, that's the what? It rolls off the tongue.
What?
The best name ever.
On one hand, it seems like since the word jump, things behind the scenes with AMC have been fucking awful. And they seem to do this a lot with people, whether it was people that were loyal to Darabont, getting rid of them earlier in the series than they should have been, or just weird decision making. And the fact that all that's left is Andrew Lincoln and Norman Reedus from the first season.
And they are keeping. It's like Margaritaville when.
You mean Pina Coladaburg?
Yeah.
No
can't
names.
be saying names in this
No
climate.
names.
Jose.
No names. No names. And
I don't. Fair. I have not watched the show in some time.
Me neither.
It may totally make sense that she dies now. I don't know. It could be completely organic.
I've been watching. I believe it's Funny or Die or Cracked has a series currently that recaps every episode of Walking Dead, but it's very what the fuck is this show? What is even going on anymore? No one cares. And it's all these characters that either were super minor characters while I was still watching, or that I've never
front and center,
that
right.
I've never seen before and don't give a fuck about. But Negan's cool, but I don't care about.
Negan is so cool. Negan's so cool.
I don't care about the rest of the show to watch Negan.
Well, I mean, that's what happens when you get an A+ actor like Brad Garrett in your show.
The people at work were talking about it. They made a big deal about him getting bit last night, and people were like, "Lee, you watch Walking Dead?" I'm like, "No, I did, but I couldn't. I just don't. I kind of fell out of love with it, and all this. Well, I never really loved it, but I kind of fell out of with it because, they kept me on with Negan and Jeffrey Dean Morgan, and I'm like, great. And I watched him, and he's great. In episode 2, he's great. In episode 3, he ain't there. Then episode 4, he's not there. And I'm like, no, I am not watching this fucking show just waiting for glimpses of Negan. You can get the fuck out of here with that. No way.
Yeah. Well, they did that before with glimpses of the governor, or they did that before with glimpses of zombies.
Right. Yeah, fuck that show.
Fuck
or
it.
zombie. Well, so how'd Chandler get bit? How is he so dumb?
He was helping some dude in the woods, some strange dude that was on his own.
They had him get bit helping some dude.
Some dude.
Not even
fucking red shirt.
Cool.
Not even some hot trim.
Jesus. That's what's worse, that or fucking Deb dying off screen? Why, that one's worse.
Oh yeah, it is.
Because at least this isn't the end of it,
right.
of the show. They didn't end the show and fucking.
So my brother this weekend, he comes walking in. Brother is looking pretty good, lost some weight. He's got a fucking plaid shirt on, a bubble vest and a hat and a full blown beard. And I go, "You're looking like fucking series finale Dexter over there. What the hell are you doing?" what the fuck is this look?
R.I.P. that show.
Fuck
At least Walking Dead had the decency to start sucking by season 5. Dexter had to wait until the last 2 seasons and then just fuck us in the ass on those last few episodes.
Ugh, gross. But yeah, I'm sure Chandler Rigg's dad will land on his feet. That kid will be fine.
He'll start a business with fucking Lindsay Lohan's dad or something.
Got him.
What's he gonna do with the van that he put his kid's face on?
Fucking park it next to the Batmobile at Comic-Cons.
Ooh, there you go.
Or comic conventions.
Oh, some guy's gonna spray paint R.I.P.
Comic-Con with a K.
Kansas City Comic-Con.
Oh no.
Well, no. It's KCKK, you know?
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, it's all the same. Some comic books, get the fuck out of here.
The problem with comic books is the ink comes off on your hands. Every time you turn the page, you have to wash your hands.
Pretty good stuff, man.
You guys ever worry that Krispy Kreme donuts might be secretly racist?
I mean, I could deal with some racism from Krispy Kreme.
Yeah, like how?
Like, have you ever had a fresh, hot off the...
Oh, they're incredible.
Oh, yeah.
It's the greatest feeling.
Yeah, but is it like Krispy Kreme's racist, or is it like the Chick-fil-A thing where like Chick-fil-A
You'd go the Chick-fil-A thing.
Okay. It is what it is. You're telling me some 70-year-old
1K
white
away.
a 70-year-old white businessman's racist? Color me fucking surprised.
Touche, Jose. Touche.
So yeah, but now if you're telling me like it's a worldwide, like no, if you want to open a Krispy Kreme, we're gonna have to do a background check on how white your loyalty is.
Yeah.
Now we got a problem.
We're gonna need to do what's that family tree test that they do?
Oh, Ancestry.
Ancestry.com. You need to have owned at least 19 slaves in your genealogy.
So you want to open up a franchise? No problem. Spit in this jar and send it back to us.
And we're also judging you on how you spit in this jar. The disdain you have for the color.
So we need a really hearty pating when you're finished.
What's with this other cup? Oh, you fill that one up after 18 times. We want all 18 times in here.
All 18.
With the same disdain and disgust colors that you did when you spit.
Oh my god.
Colors, Jose.
I don't know what to call them anymore.
How about not them?
Jose, you are one.
You are one. That's hilarious. All right. So, fucking Batman 36.
Oh my god. So good.
Boy, it's good.
Who's writing that right now?
Tom King. He's the guy who wrote that awesome Vision book at Marvel.
Okay. All right.
So, Kelly, tell us about Batman 36.
So Batman 36 is pretty much two conversations like interspliced with each other, and they're pretty much the same thing but from different sides. On one, you have Lois Lane talking to Superman and telling him that he needs to call Bruce to congratulate him on getting engaged. And then on the other side, you've got Catwoman talking to Batman, trying to convince him that he needs to call Clark to let him know that he's gotten engaged. And it's wonderful.
It's so good.
It's kind of funny.
It's really good because it's like, you get the good relationship back and forth between Clark and Lois and Bruce and Selena, which is great. It was really well written. It looks awesome because Clay Mann is fucking killing it.
Everyone is sexy as fuck.
Everyone is sexy as fuck. Like the bit where the one page has got them in the parking lot, and Clark's like, well, I can't really open up because he's marrying a supervillain, and what if she finds out that I'm? And Lois is like, really? You don't think she knows you're Superman, huh? And the next page is Catwoman going, he's a journalist. He writes about Superman all the time. He looks just like Superman, but he wears glasses. Yeah, don't worry. I figured that out a long time ago.
That's
pretty
kinda
great.
cool.
And then it all kind of culminates into like the two of them just talking to their significant others about like, basically ultimately why they respect the other one as much as they do and how like they envy each other. And it's just really fucking sweet. Like it's really cool.
Just the sweet bromance tale.
It's fucking totally romantic and romantic.
Super dudes just fucking talking about how cool the other guy is, huh?
Exactly. And this is really good. It's a really good insight into both those characters and why they're fucking friends.
I love the ending when they like meet up when they're on two different cases that converge.
God. Yeah.
And then like they're just kind of staring at each other and Lois just
They
goes,
both come out of two different elevators on the same floor.
yeah. And Lois just goes, "Oh, you must be Catwoman. I'm Lois."
Yeah. Superman's like, "Why didn't I see you?" Batman says, "Because you're not supposed to see me. Why'd you take an elevator?" Like, well, I mean, we're high up, so if I came in here, I'd break a window. And then the ladies introduce themselves. It's really fun.
Hello?
God damn it. Can you hear me?
We lost
Now,
Lee this time.
Have you been gone this whole time?
No, I've been here.
Yeah,
So
no,
it
it
was-
was.
Go for it. What?
There's Lee. We lost Lee for a second.
Yeah,
but
we lost
But you're
you.
back. You're back.
Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah. I'm just saying. It was really good.
That sounds like a fun little story, like a little break from.
And you can pick that one up and I think be totally fine. Like you could that could be
yeah.
your starting point in the run.
Yeah, it's great. I know Kelly's not a huge fan, but I fucking loved Batman White Knight #3. Now who we know now is the second Harley, the hot pants wearing Suicide Squad Harley, after being shit canned, has become like the new Joker, the Neo Joker. She's gonna pick up because fucking Napier's lost his edge. But she's just waiting until the Joker gets back. So there's that. That's a really fucking good bit of business, and Napier exposes to the people of Gotham at a press conference that all these years, basically, the Gotham has been siphoning money into they loop it into the same fund that they would use for like earthquakes and floods and shit, but Gotham City doesn't get earthquakes or floods, so they basically funnel $3 billion a year into tax dollars into like the Batman collateral damage fund, and people start losing their fucking minds about it, and Batman's like, cost doing business. But they do some pretty cool stuff with the timeline here, like the notion that Dick is the second Robin and Jason was the first, which is kind of interesting. I just really like it. I'm a huge Sean Murphy mark anyway, but I don't know, I really dig it. I would recommend giving it a shot, Kelly. I think it's pretty solid. I think you'd like it.
I don't know. I don't like Jason being the first one. I also don't like that he implies they don't get earthquakes. Like No Man's Land never happened.
Well, okay, fine. Do that. Be that guy.
And also, I instinctively don't like it because the variant cover just started going for a bunch of money online because it's the first appearance of the Neo Joker.
Ah, well. I mean, no, that's not the book's fault.
No, but it caused it.
And last thing we'll talk about is Captain America 696, which I read today.
Oh, that issue was awesome.
Boy, it's good. I didn't really realize it until this issue, but Captain America is not in the Avengers. Like, he's not in the Avengers book. I didn't really think about it until now, but this is Wade and Somni doing their thing to do, where they make everything amazing. And he's back, after the shitstorm that was Secret Empire, and he's like, you know what? I'm supposed to represent the people, but I've only ever lived in New York, only ever on S.H.I.E.L.D. or the government or Tony Stark's dime, so I'm a fucking riding my badass motorcycle around, and I'm gonna find me a new place to live.
He's gonna walk the earth.
Yeah, walk the. If I'm supposed to represent everybody, I need to go meet some everybody's. And he just fucking walks into the diner. He's like, hey, can I, wash some dishes in exchange for some food? And the guy's like, no, fuck off, you're Captain America. And people start going apeshit, taking selfies, and they call the news, and the fucking swordsman is watching the news. He's like, oh shit, he came to get me. But he had no idea he was there. It's just a fucking really sweet story. And I if they do this for a year, I'm okay with it.
Yeah. No, I'd love that.
Yeah, it's been a long time I feel like they're just way course correcting in a really obvious and good way, to the point to where even the letters page right now is like they're essays from creators, like what does Captain America mean to you? And you know who's not going to write one of these letters? Nick Spencer. Because we know what Captain America means to him, and it's not what Captain America means to fucking anybody else. No thanks, Nicky boy. It's just fucking solid. It's really, really good. I really liked it a lot. Yeah, what else you got, Kelly? You know what we're talking about?
Yes, I do.
What you got?
The new Klaus one-shot came out, Grant Morrison's Santa Claus comic.
I will cop to having read a few of those.
And this new one's fucking incredible because it is a backdoor Batman metal tie-in.
Wait, what?
Santa fights evil Santa from the dark multiverse.
Oh, fuck off.
It's amazing.
I kind of love that.
It's so good. It's so good. And also, Dark Santa is brought over by who essentially is the Coca-Cola company trying to co-opt Santa Claus and make them into their mascot.
That's fucking really funny.
It's incredible.
That's really funny.
One of my favorite comics that I've read all year. It's so good.
That is legit hilarious.
And Dan Mora's art is just incredible.
Now, is that the same guy that do the first one?
Yes.
Yeah, that is no joke. That's really good.
And he even changes up his styles a couple times in the book. Like there's a watercolor-looking flashback that's really awesome. Yeah, that was amazing. I'd really recommend everyone check it out, especially with it being the holiday season.
Yeah, I do like Christmas. I may have to give it a shot.
The DC Christmas special was pretty solid too. There was actually a really good Hanukkah story in it that was Sergeant Rock based by Tom King and Francesco Francavilla.
All right, that sounds interesting.
Yeah, that was really good. There's a good Flash story in there, a good Teen Titans story.
Is Sergeant Rock Jewish?
No, a guy and his crew is.
All right.
So, the story is basically there's a guy who was who captured a Nazi and he's trying to bring him back to camp, but in the process he got like a mortal bullet wound, and so he's just gonna wait it out and kind of wait for his friends to show up, and he's just got a gun pointed at the Nazi the whole time, and he's supposed to pretty much be dead by the end of the first night, but he lasts all the nights of Hanukkah.
Huh.
And then his guys show up.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it was really well done. And yeah, it's I think there's like 10 stories in there. It was pretty solid. I enjoyed, but I'm a sucker for a Christmas special. I think this week the Wicked and Divine Christmas special comes out. I'm excited for that.
Did you have a chance to, I don't know if you were in those books or not, but did you read the Transformers Christmas special from a couple years ago?
I don't think so.
I will send it to you.
I don't think I'm there yet.
I may send it to you so that you can have it for this Christmas season, because they do a Starscream story that is basically just how the Grinch stole Christmas, but it's about Starscream over Cybertron, and it's incredible.
Oh my god, that sounds amazing.
Yeah, it rhymes like the whole fucking nine. It's great. It's wonderful.
Trying to think if there's anything else from this week. No, nothing else.
Right on. What you got, Knize? Anything cool?
Two things. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is on Netflix.
Oh, that's right.
And it is beautiful and amazing and still probably my favorite movie of the year. Just so well done and touching and funny and amazing to look at. And Mantis is one of the most genuine, non-quippy, sarcastic characters that we've seen on screen in fucking years.
Right?
Yeah.
She's just so pure and wholesome. And it's just great. And I highly recommend.
On the same note, real quick, I finished up the Telltale Guardians game over the weekend. Would recommend. That's good. That's a good time. It's a good story. Lots of Mantis in that as well. I mean, think of it. Mantis was front and center in that story too.
But yeah, we've already watched it twice since it's been on Netflix
So
because
good.
it looks too good to be streaming on Netflix. Like that's,
So damn.
I'm looking at that on my 10-year-old TV. I'm like, how could this possibly look better in 4K? But I'm sure it does. And the other thing that I've watched that's not a comic book that I have to give props to Kelly for because he's a big proponent of Total Divas. But me and the wife were looking for something to watch earlier this week, and I hadn't yet pulled all the Christmas specials out yet, but they were doing a marathon of a bunch of Total Divas episodes, and they included Natty getting on her trash bag parents' backs because they're awful trash people, and
Is her mom mentally challenged?
no, she's just Canadian, bro. That's just it. She's just Canadian. She's a heart. So, like, she's gone through some shit. Jim the Anvil is mentally challenged for sure, though. He's been dropped on his head enough to the point where he doesn't know not to put bacon grease down the garbage disposal. God damn it. But the best thing that we saw on Total Divas was Alexa Bliss got herself a little baby piglet that is deaf, and she
it's so cute.
She calls him
How does she call him?
Larry Steve.
A deaf piglet?
A deaf piglet. That is just the cutest thing.
I know. She posts pictures of it on her Twitter all the time. He's adorable.
Alexa Bliss is a gift, and she named it Larry Steve, and it's this little piglet that is deaf, so like that pulls at your heartstrings right there, right off the bat. And she brought it to a party on a boat with Rusev and Nia Jax and Lana and Sheamus was there. And
how much of this fucking show is a work?
Oh, a lot of it is a work.
Pretty much
sure.
all of it.
I'm sure. But like, you'll be fine with it being a work when Alexa Bliss hands little Larry Steve to Rusev, and Rusev giggles and nuzzles his nose with the piglet's nose. Rusev might be the best part of Total Divas.
He's a treasure.
He is amazing.
And then that was the same episode where he got his new, like, automated recliner.
Yes.
He was just so happy with it, and would not let Lana hug him while he was on the recliner because he was afraid she would break it.
Yeah, don't sit on this. This is expensive. It's great.
Yeah, you have not lived until you've seen Rusev just lose his mind giggling when he gets to hold this tiny pig.
Yeah. And the whole premise for him holding the pig was he's wanting a baby with Lana, and Lana's like, I don't know if I'm ready for a baby. So Alexa Bliss hands him the pig, and Lana's like, oh yeah, we can just get you a pet pig. And Rusev's like, the pig is not human. I am human. I need human baby.
Jesus Christ.
Amazing. It's amazing.
Did you enjoy the Brie Bella pregnancy?
I didn't see much of it, but yes, I
How did you miss a pregnancy?
I particularly, well, I mean, she was pregnant on Total Bellas, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I saw a lot of the pregnancy there. I do enjoy seeing the Brie Bella post-pregnancy because her boobs are almost as big as Nikki's are.
Yeah, them jammers are nice.
They are great.
You fucking jammer.
What a climate.
Oh, speaking of,
never heard jammers.
the cold open to SNL this week was Keenan as a mall Santa Claus, and each kid would come up and ask about like current events. So him and Kate McKinnon as the elf were like at a loss for words, and at one point Kate McKinnon as the elf says, "Not in this climate."
That's great.
Oh, and also relating to women's wrestling, last night on Twitter, Io Shirai posted a picture of her the back cover to her photo book that's coming out, and oh boy, I got the vapors.
Yeah, that's a vapor-worthy photograph.
Yeah. Yeah, that butt's still looking good.
Solid rump. Solid rump.
Still looking good.
Not shit's working as hard as Rebels, but working pretty good. Anything, Jose? Any closing words?
I'd like to report back 3 sleeves later that them cookies is freeform, y'all. And y'all know what freeform is. But I do recommend milk. I have already downed 5 things of eggnog this season. So I'm surprised I forgot to buy eggnog the last time. I think I just assumed I had some, and I did not. I think some eggnog with these cookies would be a sweet cookie jammer, and I recommend it.
I picked up a carton of eggnog today. Looked at the back of the carton and got real sad. Had to put it down. Like, goddamn.
Gotta do it.
God, I'm glad that we all appreciate eggnog.
I love eggnog so much, but I can't have it. Fuck me up.
I'm really glad that we're all good people.
I've only had one small sip of eggnog. It was at the Mickey's Merry Christmas party. They were giving it
not
out for
like
free.
that trash monster Tito that was on the show earlier.
Oh man! If it comes down to Kelly and Tito in the finals, if Tito wins, Kelly should have to pour some eggnog down the drain. If Kelly wins, Tito should have to chug a carton of eggnog.
Oh, I don't know about a carton. I mean, I love eggnog, and I don't even know if I could fucking chug a carton. That'd kill you.
Remember that time Gavin posted a video of himself chugging like 6 cartons of eggnog?
Maybe like have him chug like one of those single-served little eggnogs.
The school cafeteria style?
Yeah. Yeah, I would say that. He has to drink eggnog. But we're going for a brown Christmas this year.
Wait, what?
A brown Super Bowl.
Oh, okay.
We have an opportunity of having an all-white Christmas or a very caramel Christmas.
Well, I mean, Kelly is the only all-white guy in the winners playoffs, so he's our great white hope. All the rest of you guys are lovely shades of caramel.
But I will say good luck to all y'alls in the playoffs.
Good luck,
Jose. One winner. I'd say Kelly's team's looking strong. We're all about to get moneyballed. Asterisk sign. That's the title for the season. Moneyball asterisk.
Oh, goddamn. Enjoy that 280 character limit, Jose. All right, that's our fucking show. That's our show this week. We'll be back next week for a regularly scheduled show.
Yeah.
Might have some big news.
Yeah.
Pretty excited about sharing that news with you folks. And then Wednesday night, you guys can't listen live, but we are going to record for your listening pleasure. After Christmas, we're going to record a commentary for Home Alone, which we talked about last week, and we're very excited about that.
Yeah,
great.
Home Alone.
I missed that. I did not know this.
Yeah, what did we talk about this?
Last week?
Yeah, we talked about it. But we talked about it
when we talk about recording on Wednesday.
We talked about it in the Facebook message.
Did we?
Yeah. Does Wednesday not work?
No, I work.
Yeah, but
Wednesdays.
I skipped all that.
Okay.
Wednesday night.
Win. Okay, hold on. Cut the tape.
We'll talk about this after the show.
We'll figure
We
it
all
out.
got shit to talk about.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, enjoy this. Regardless, we'll be back next week at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central at youtube.com/panelsonpages. And yeah, the fun time. Let us know what else we missed on Inhumans, because we won't know.
Let us know what day you want us to record Home Alone.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What works best for you guys? We'll be back next week for Jason Eyes, Jose Guzman, Kelly Harris, and that son of a bitch Tito. I'm the Lord Reverend Lee Rodriguez. We'll talk
Tiny monster.
That tiny monster.
Hush, tiny demon.
Yeah. Love you. Night. Goodbye.
wonderful.
Bravo!
I loved that.
Oh, it was great.
Well, it was pretty good.
Well, it wasn't bad.
Well, there were parts of it that weren't very good, though.
It could have been a lot better.
I didn't really like it.
It was pretty terrible.
It was bad.
It was awful.
It was terrible.
Get him away!
Hey, boo!
Boo! Boo!